all you hunters out there. This is Chaz Hatch from Hatch Toyota. Good luck this weekend, and thank you for tuning in to the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show.
Yep. Big thank you, Hatch Toyota, for your sponsoring partnership of this right here. The Friday Night Football Show. Another big month begins at Hatch Toyota, the month of October on the way. You can count on some great deals and, hey, listen, some great product taking delivery on those new Toyotas down at Hatch Toyota. All right, thank you, Chaz Hatch. Thank you, Seth Gaston. Thank you, folks, the best football fans in the world. Tuning in, checking out the Friday Night Football Show and the big game tonight at Blue Ridge High School. We'll get to kickoff here in just a few moments at Blue Ridge High School at Paul Moro Stadium, Blue Ridge and Paige. That's our Game of the Week broadcast tonight. And don't forget, coming up after the game, it's the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. That's the show the coaches call. Part of the Friday Night Football Show. Big games for teams like Round Valley. They're at Monument Valley tonight. Good luck, Elks. The Shola Cougars travel into Ganado tonight. Take on the Hornets. Good luck to both teams. Winslow hosting Window Rock tonight. That rounds out the games in the 3A Northeast region. St. John's at Hopi for a I believe that is a region game for St. John's. So St. John's playing that one. Alchese is at Tuba City. That's a non-region game for the Falcons, who are undefeated, trying to go to 5-0 tonight. My prediction, they're going to get it. They're going to get there tonight as they take on Tuba City. And the Holbrook Roadrunners. The Roadrunners, they played last night. Got a big win over Pinion. Good season coming together for the Roadrunners. Folks, kickoff is on the way in just a couple of moments. Pregame on the Game of the Week is next. Byron Brown joins me in a moment. This is the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. God bless you. Stand by.
Hatch Toyota doesn't have salespeople. We've changed how to buy a car. Now a floor product specialist works with you, and they aren't commissioned.
They're on salary, so when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Nobody's going to give you the bump and hustle to get you to sign on the dotted line because there's simply no pressure to do so. Hatch Toyota is taking the long view.
The view that involves your complete satisfaction with the whole buying experience. An experience we'd even be so bold to call happy. Who doesn't want to be happy?
And buying a new car is a really happy day. It's time to take the stress out of the day and put in the joy.
Shop ahead at HatchToyota.com. Our entire fleet is at your fingertips.
Then let us know which model you're interested in and make an appointment with one of our floor product specialists.
Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 25 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at SportsZone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome in to another broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota, and tonight we are at Paul Moro Stadium on the campus of Blue Ridge High School for a matchup that will help to produce what will be one of two, at most, remaining undefeated teams in 3A Northeast Region play, and will produce at least one, but no more than two teams that are going to be at the top of the East Region, Northeast Region standings at the end of this Friday night. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons, joined by Byron Brown here in just a moment as we get it rolling for you on tonight's broadcast. And we thank you for spending some time on your evening with us. The Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show does include our broadcast of the game coming up between the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, who have not lost in Northeast Region play yet, and they're going to take on another team that is unblemished on their mark here in the region. That's the Paige Sand Devils. Paige with an overall season record of 4-1, coming in here to take on the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, whose season mark is 3-2 overall. These two teams are tied with the Show Low Cougars at the top of the standings. All three of the teams, Show Low, Paige, and Blue Ridge, the host here tonight, have yet to lose in the 3A East region. Those of you watching on video can see the guy on crutches right there. That guy had quite a season over the course of the first 4 games this year for the Yellow Jackets before he broke his leg. When Blue Ridge went to Winter Rock, they won the game, but they lost the kid right there for probably the balance of the regular season. That is David Simmons. He happens to be the son of the guy calling play-by-play tonight here for Sports on Radio. That's my son, and trust me, it hurts me almost as much as it hurts him not to be there and available. He had a great season that he was putting together, and I think there's no question, if not the best receiver in the 3A Northeast region, one of the very top receivers and a great return man as well. Plays great defense, and he is certainly a guy being missed by the Yellow Jackets. His injury will probably keep him unavailable until the playoffs if the Yellow Jackets make it into the playoffs. Down on the field, it is time for the national anthem. And we'll show our patriotic colors here at Blue Ridge High School and at Sports Zone Radio, and we'll join the Blue Ridge Marching Band for the presentation of the national anthem. Well done by the Yellow Jacket Marching Band, and we welcome you in again here to Blue Ridge High School for tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome in, everybody. Floyd Simmons, and I'm joined now by my broadcast partner on this one tonight, B Squared. Byron Brown is in the house. Byron, welcome in.
Well, thank you, Floyd. I appreciate that.
You ready for a big one tonight? This is a battle for first place in the 3A Northeast region. These two teams, neither one has lost in region play yet. And I got to tell you, Byron, I believe that this game is vital to both teams. I don't think they can both make the 3A state playoffs. I just don't think it's possible. It's possible that neither one does, depending on, of course, the balance of the season. You've got to win some key games, and I think it starts right here, right now. Neither one of these teams, in my opinion, can approach this like it's anything less than a playoff-determining game.
I'm fully on board with what you say, Floyd, which is very rare, but
very rare.
I am on board because I do believe this game is going to determine which team is going to take the steps forward to qualifying for the playoffs and which team is going to take a step backwards. Look, I know they're both undefeated. I know with a win, someone's going to be tied for first with Show Low Cougars. But, look, I've called Show Low Cougars games here on the Sports Zone Radio many, many times. And look, they're the top team in the Northeast. What Round Valley, what Blue Ridge, and what Paige are fighting for is that number 2 spot here in the region, and it starts here tonight for both these teams.
The team you mentioned, Round Valley, is on the road tonight. They are playing at Monument Valley, And that's a game that they can't afford to take a rest on. They've got to come and bring their best game against the Mustangs at Monument Valley tonight. In fact, that game is already underway. It's an hour in. We'll get an update as soon as we can. Not ready to go here tonight. The Yellow Jackets, they tee it up, and they will kick it off. And it's Reed Granillo, member of the Yellow Jackets soccer team, that does double duty as the place kicker as well for the football team, and he will pop one up. And the Yellow Jackets are going to try to see if they can steal an early possession away from the Sand Devils. They cover 45. It up. The Sand Devils own the football at their own 45-yard line, and we're underway with this broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Byron, you know, this isn't going to matter to our listeners, but maybe it's a point of interest to you. New headsets that we're trying out tonight. These are the new B-team backup headsets. Okay? All right?
Okay.
We got a great deal on them. Okay? B-stock items from somebody. And I just want to let you know that these would be, since you're the B-team guy, these would be your headsets. I hope you're happy with them.
Well, I can tell right now the microphone's a little off for myself.
Sounds like you have a bit of a cold, doesn't it? Here comes Paige up the middle, and the Yellow Jackets turn it away as you take another look at the opening kickoff a moment ago. And now we'll jump to the first play from scrimmage in this one today. And there goes up the middle, Franco Harris helping to get there early and making that first tackle of the day. He got some help as well. Noah Chi was in on the tackle. Manny Rosales helping out. That guy right there, number 32, who is going to be all over that field on defense, as he always is for the Yellow Jackets. 3-yard loss on that play. Second down, 13. Sand Devils to the air, and they'll complete the pass on the far side at midfield. Nice move to escape one tackle. Short of a first down, but that's a nice pickup on the play. And on the receiving end of that pass was Connor Shirley. He hauled it in, 6'1" and 180 pounds. And that's a 10-yard pickup. Make it 11. 11 yards the gain. Third down and 2 on the way.
Nice job by Paige right there, recognizing the mismatch, going with a 6'1", 180 senior, Connor Shirley, and going up against Carlo Harris, a freshman for the Yellow Jackets, and picking up big yardage.
And you end up saying freshman a lot. Here is a nice run by the quarterback on the run-pass option into the open field, and that ends up being a big gain on the play. From the 47-yard line, the Sand Devils will take this one inside the Yellow Jacket 15. What a run.
Yeah, nice job right here by the Paige quarterback. He gets the ball, he fakes the snap, keeps it himself, fakes to the running back, and he's got an open lane, and he just accelerates through. And Blue Ridge is nowhere to be seen, no purple jerseys all the way until downfield at their own 15-yard line.
Well, Jake Esparza must have been, I can only imagine he's going for the football there. And a 32-yard gain for the quarterback, Colin Joe. He's team captain. He's only 5'8", but how about 190 pounds that he is bringing to play here in this one tonight. And Colin with a great gain on his first run from scrimmage. That 32-yard gain gives Paige a first down at the Yellow Jacket 15-yard line. Now they're going to halt play for just a moment. And then we'll get back into action.
They thought there might have been a delay of game, but they picked up the flag. They didn't quite reset the play clock for them.
So just a bit more than 2 minutes into this one. Again up the middle, the Sand Devils
carrying the ball.
Now trying to test the middle of the Yellow Jacket defense, and really not a lot going on. Kyan Tate, a 5'7" senior running back, on the carry, and he loses 3 yards there. I believe he is the guy that also carried it the first time a moment ago. So a couple of carries for Tate, and both times he lost 3 yards on the play. Rushing average is hurting a little bit so far in this one.
Pretty much, if I was the Paige coaching staff, I'd throw that play out. Never to be run on first down ever again.
Let's get rid of that one, right? Second down and 13 from the 15. Pass caught, quick hits. And that'll be a very short gain for the Sand Devils. Coming up defensively to make the play was Jace Barton. Just a terrific job by Jace.
Yeah, nice job by the cornerback of the Yellow Jackets, Jace Barton. Just going up and sizing him up and driving that shoulder forward and bringing him down for a short yardage.
I believe that was Ashton Penrod who made the catch out here on the near edge. 4 yards, the gain on the play to bring up 3rd down and 9. So a critical early 3rd down situation for the Sand Devil offense. Colin Joe, the quarterback, is back with a lot of time to throw. Delivers. Pass caught near the 10, driven out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. We'll check the yardage for you here in just a moment. Caleb Nix, a freshman receiver, hauled it in, and he is going to be a couple of yards shy. So gain of 7 on the play, 4th down, and a short 2 on the way.
Yeah, nice job by Caleb Nix right there. Coming back to his quarterback, Colin Joe, who got a little pressure, rolled to his right. Because of the receiver coming back to him, he's able to hit him and then get positive yardage, get it down to where it's manageable, 4th and 1.
4th down play. The Sand Devils have to hustle to the line. 5 seconds on the play clock, counting down. And they quickly snap it, and the Yellow Jackets will make contact on the quarterback. He is held up for a moment, and then the rest of the defense gets there for a big 4th down stop. I believe it was Franco Harris, the first guy on the scene. He was unable to make the tackle. That was indeed Caleb. The guy that ends up getting credit for the tackle, Aiden Olguin. And Olguin is able to sack the quarterback, and a big play to deny Paige, and the Yellow Jackets take over.
Yeah, great job right there by the defense for the Yellow Jackets, rising up to stop this Sand Devil drive. And right there, that's a little advantage. They knew he had to snap the ball, right? They saw that the play clock was going down. They took off as soon as they saw they get 2. They knew he had to snap it, gave them the advantage, and they got the stop.
So now Blue Ridge will take over, and their freshman quarterback will give. And the Yellow Jackets get a nice gain. They take over the football at their own 18-yard line, and Jace Barton on the carry gains exactly 10 yards for a 1st down.
Caleb Nix. That's exactly what you want if you're the Yellow Jacket offense here tonight. You get the stop by the defense, you got to start moving the ball, and here, first play, 1st down. That's what you like to see.
Blue Ridge with the football, and Jace Barton up the middle. No, that's not Jace. Sorry, I believe that's Manny Rosales on the carry. And Rosales will take it up the middle for a 6-yard gain for the Jackets.
Hey, I tell you what, right now, Sholo's probably the best team in the Northeast, but the Yellow Jackets got the best jerseys. Reminds you of the LSU Tigers, and they always had one of the best jerseys in college football.
Well, it's got to be what Coach Hathcock was going for when they updated, right? I mean, when you look at the helmet's got a bit of an LSU flavor to it as well. It's a good-looking set for sure, the jerseys, the helmet. And on 2nd down and 4, Luke is going to throw. Luke Berlin throws over the middle, and he throws over the outstretched hands of Franco Harris. Incomplete. No immaculate reception for Franco Harris on that play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Well, Luke is a freshman, and you're going to see what he does here as a freshman. He puts the ball in the wrong. He turns his receiver around. He's got to throw it where the receiver's looking. And right there, Luke takes to turn him around.
Here goes Rosales again, and a big gain for Manny. Rosales is going to take the ball from, the line of scrimmage was the 33, and he is all the way out to the 40. That's a 16-yard gain on the play, or is it Jace Barton that got the carry that time?
They're using Jace here tonight. They're going to lean on him. You can see right now in this first offensive series, Jace is getting it done for the Yellow Jacket offense.
Quickly to the line and just short of midfield. Here goes Seth Slaughter in motion up the middle for Jace Barton again. He's got room to run, got some good blocks. He's down the field, into the open field, across the 10. Jace Barton goes 51 yards for a Yellow Jacket touchdown.
How about that offensive line right there creating the hole for Jace Barton to squeeze through. He got the lane, and he did all the rest. Look at the acceleration from Jace Barton. He hits the hole, and at the 40, he gets by, and he runs past the white jerseys of the Sand Devil defense all the way into the end zone.
Jace Barton taking a load early for the Yellow Jackets and speeding away from the Sand Devil defense. That's a good-looking shot on the replay. Great job by our crew as the Yellow Jackets tack on the point after. When we grab a word in from our presenting sponsors of the Hatch Toyota and Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, that would be Hatch Toyota. Stand by. We're back in a moment with the kick from Blue Ridge. They lead 7-0.
It's time to cash in on the value of your old car. You may have seen more new cars at dealerships, but used car values are still holding high for the moment. It's time to trade in your current vehicle and get top dollar while you still can. Where? Hatch Toyota, of course. The White Mountains volume dealer is still offering the highest possible values for your trade. Or we'll buy it outright. Cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs. Come in and get an instant appraisal and offer, and we will write you a check on the spot. Or apply it as trade value for your new 2022 Hatch Toyota. And we have the inventory. Now's the time to turn your old car into a payday. We're not just saying it, we're paying it. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Cholo and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Cholo.
Officer number, Benefit Toyota Financial Services. Exclusive government and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Yellow Jacket kick, very short return for the Sand Devils. They'll get out across the 20-yard line, set up their offense at about the 23, and we'll get back into the action after Blue Ridge goes on a 5-play, 82-yard drive. And, of course, the big play, the 51-yard touchdown run by Jace Barton. That was a short possession that only took a minute and 46 seconds of clock. And the Jackets lead 7-0 here tonight on a gorgeous night for football in Lakeside, Arizona. Beautiful night out here tonight.
Yes, beautiful fall evening up here in the White Mountains at Lakeside at the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets field. And Jace Barton doing all the work on that first drive.
And a fumbled snap. Colin Joe, the quarterback, dove on it. Sand Devils are going to hang on to the ball. The problem for them, they lost 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 15 coming up
5 yards
for Paige.
Yeah, Paige, man, if they could just get to 2nd down. First downs are not very good to Paige Sand Devils. That's the 3rd time they've had a first down play, and that's the 3rd consecutive negative yardage.
So 2nd down. Colin going to throw over the middle. He's got a man wide open in the middle of that defense. It's caught. And then Jace Barton, who did all the work on the offense, will now make a tackle on the receiver. That's going to be a first down gain, and they'll mark the receiver down at about the 35, 36-yard line. First down.
Yeah, nice job by Colin Joe right there, staying in the pocket, finding his open receiver. The defender right there, that was Seth Slaughter. And he fell down. And as he fell down, Colin Joe saw that he had the wide receiver open, got it to him for the first down.
Tyree Stingley, the receiver that makes good on an 18-yard reception and run after catch for the Sand Devils. And again, open over the middle. So Paige going to run the middle of that defense with the passing game. There's a tackle at the end by Franco Harris. Harris, I think, was going after the quarterback. And then after the ball was released, he turned, went upfield to make the tackle on the receiver. Yeah, watch Harris. He was trying to get to the quarterback, and then he decided, you know what, I want a piece of that receiver, and he got downfield to get it done. Shane Begay goes down after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, nice hustle there by Franco Harris, but more importantly for the Paige Sand Devils, they had something positive on the first down, got 5 yards.
So the passing game coming to life with the Sand Devils. Fake it. Colin Joe carries left side, breaks the tackle. Noah G spins out of another tackle, and he is knocked down after a gain of 11 yards. 11 the pickup into Yellow Jacket territory for the first down.
How about Colin Joe with the stiff arm right there, got to the edge. Blue Ridge defender comes up, tries to tackle, and Colin Joe says, no, face my arm, face my hand, puts the defender to the ground, gets extra yardage for the first down.
Talk to the hand, right?
Talk to the hand.
Franco Harris, another tackle early in the game. I think Franco's got 4 or 5 tackles already in the game. And the ball at the Yellow Jacket 48-yard line. Joe steps aside, throws downfield behind the defense, through the hands of the receiver. He got a step back there. Certainly was open, and Colin, I think, put it in the very right spot. Unfortunately, it's incomplete on a pass intended for Connor Shirley. Byron, we'll look at the replay, but I think that he should have had this ball.
Oh, he definitely should have had that ball. Connor Shirley was behind the defenders. Seth Slaughter was the closest one to him. Colin Joe puts it right where you need to, right in the outstretched hands right there. As the receivers, momentum's carrying them forward. You have got to make the play.
Second down play coming up now. Again, a lot of time to throw for the Sand Devils, and that's going to give time for a pass completed. Nice sticks route on the far side. There's a marker down, and I believe the first penalty marker of the game. And look at this. Boy, I tell you, I've been watching that chain gang over there. These guys are running with each play, and now they're going to have to come back and try to figure out where they were a moment ago because there's a marker down, and they're going to have to mark this off, and I'll guarantee you they'll never find the spot they were at. These guys keep moving way too early, and maybe they learned a lesson on this one. Now they're going to put the original first down at the 49, and that's not right. It was the 48. A block below the waist, chop block, called it on the Sand Devils, so that completed pass won't count. It'll come back.
Well, what Blue Ridge is going to need to do is they're going to have to figure out a way to put some pressure, whether it's through the blitz, inside or outside, but they got to put pressure on Colin Joe. He's doing a great job here tonight. When he's got a pocket or rolling, he's hitting his targets, and they're making the pass completions and getting these big yardage. So Blue Ridge is going to have to start doing something defensively.
Second down and 21 for the Sand Devils. Deep throw right side. There's some arm. Pass caught. First down and more for the Sand Devils. Staying on their feet, and another huge game, but a marker at the end of it, and that's probably against Byron. You're indicating this. There goes that chain gang again. That is against the Yellow Jackets, you think?
I think it's going to be a face mask right there at the end of the play because as he was trying to go forward, he kind of reached the ball because his head goes the opposite direction. And sure enough, it's going to be face mask personal foul. And what I just say, Colin Joe, you cannot let this guy back there. You give him time, and he is delivering right here. Nice pass down on the sideline to a wide open receiver for the Sand Devils.
34 yards on the pass completion, and then they will go half the distance from there, and it will be marked down at the 12-yard line. First down for Paige. Colin Joe steps up and then delivers a pass incomplete. Well, it was incomplete, but Byron, again, I like Colin Joe. I like how he handles himself. He stepped up to avoid the pressure. It looked like he was going to take off, and then he adjusted to make a nice little effort at the throw. It was, again, off the mark, but I like this kid.
Yeah,
Does he remind you of another diminutive quarterback playing in the state of Arizona?
No. Trying to figure out who that was.
He doesn't remind you of Kyler Murray a little bit?
No, I think he's better than Kyler Murray right now.
Second down and 10. Pass incomplete. Well, it was right in the midst, but incomplete to his receiver on the left side.
Connor Shirley was
That's incomplete to Connor Shirley.
In baseball, a lot of people don't worry about the batting average. They just want to know how hard, what kind of contact you're making. Are you hitting it over 100%? Or over 100, the velocity, exit velocity. Right now, as a quarterback, look, his percentage may not be very well, but he's hit 100% of his receivers tonight.
Yeah, it's not really his fault, is it?
No.
That he hadn't completed all his passes. Third down play. Roll a little left, throw into double coverage, intercepted at the goal line. And down that far sideline, tackle made. It was the quarterback, Colin Joe, who had to make the tackle eventually. Help me out there, Byron. There's a whole mess of guys. Okay. Well, it doesn't surprise me, the guy that came away with it, because he is all over the place. Elam Antonelli on the interception.
Yeah, Elam Antonelli came across. That was a throw that Colin Joe wished he had back. We've been talking highly about him, and there was the one throw that he doesn't need to make. But guess what? Hunter Kraus on the outside. He was hearing footsteps from Hunter Kraus coming up on his blind side, and he said, I got to get rid of this ball. And he threw it into double coverage. And Elam Antonelli right there steps in front of it, gets a great return out to the 40-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
So that is actually 42-yard interception return for that young man. Well done by Elam Antonelli. Blue Ridge has the ball. They give it up the middle. And there is all kinds of traffic in the middle. Defensively, Seth Slaughter with his first carry today, 2 yards to the gain on the play for Seth.
Blue Ridge trying something different. Let's decide. Hey, we got Jace Barton that did all the work the first series. We're going to go with Sergeant Slaughter here on the second series.
Sarge had to get his he had to take a couple of hits in the running game right there and get his first chance at it. Second down and 8. Ball at the 42-yard line. The Yellow Jackets, their own 42. Slaughter in motion across the formation and rolling to his right, that direction. And looking for Slaughter downfield is the freshman quarterback. His name is Luke Berlin. Cool hand Luke Berlin, and his pass incomplete.
Yeah, right there. He just overthrew. Tried to get Seth going in motion right there from left to right and then going straight up the sideline. He had his man beat, but he just never really, I don't think he really found the ball. He turned his head instead of keep running straight down the sidelines, and Luke was throwing it in front of him like you're supposed to as a quarterback.
87 seconds remain in the first quarter, everybody. The Yellow Jackets with their second possession of the game. The first one resulted in a 51-yard touchdown run. They're going to try to throw a screen pass to Elam Antonelli. He tips it, pulls it in, goes across the field for a first down and more. Across the 40 and the 30 now, down the right sideline. He is going to get tackled near the 10-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle made at the end of this one. A great run after catch by Elam Antonelli.
Nice job by Elam. He started on the left hash right there coming across. Great blocking out front right there by the Yellow Jackets, and then Elam was able to corral the pass and come all the way from the left hash to the right sideline. Really made the Paige Sand Devils defense come all the way across the field to take them out of bounds.
I have that as a 46-yard run after catch. Up the middle it goes. Jace Barton gets hit hard at the end of this run, which will be right at the sticks, just about the 10 yards needed.
And number 12, Connor Shirley with the tackle.
And we'll say just short of a first down. Gain of 9 on the play. No, hard to tell. Stop play for a moment because they're trying to figure it out. It was a 10-yard gain. So, yeah, and a first down. And for the Yellow Jackets, first and goal. The ball is right at the goal line. I guess that was an 11-yard pickup on that play?
11 yards, yes.
Okay. Blue Ridge will bring it out, line it up, and look to go up by 2 touchdowns over the Sand Devils in this game as we close out this first quarter. Hand off to Jace Barton, and Barton hit in the backfield. Nobody accounted for the guy coming off the edge. That was a terrific defensive play and a loss of yardage on the play thanks to some pretty strong defense played by the Sand Devils.
Yeah, it was a great job right there. I think that was number 40 for the Sand Devil defense. He just came in untouched, made the play on Jace Barton, and stopped him from getting into the end zone.
It was Warren Wall now from the 2-yard line to throw into the end zone. That's incomplete, looking for Jake Esparza.
Intended pass was tipped.
Nice job right there. Paige Sand Devils coming up to make a little stop here against the Yellow Jackets here on second down. The little slant to Esparza being batted down by the Paige Sand Devils and still almost caught by Esparza for the touchdown.
10 seconds remain in the first quarter. From the shotgun, Luke Berlin hands it off. Jace Barton dances around and finds his way into the end zone for a Yellow Jacket touchdown.
That was a disco fever touchdown right there by Jace Barton, doing a little Saturday night John Travolta move right there, back and forth, eluding the defender on his way into the end zone.
Reed Granillo will come on and attempt the point after for the Yellow Jackets. Well, look, he went right, he went left, he went right again, and he went into the end zone eventually for that touchdown. Good look on the replay, guys. And the point after is up. And I think we have a marker down. Okay, the defense went off. So half the distance. Now the ball goes to the 1.5-yard line. And Coach Hathcock will elect
to try for 2 now from the 1.5. Well, you've seen what Blue Ridge is doing tonight. What are you doing right here, Byron?
All right, let's see. Who's number 2? Oh, Jace Barton. Oh, that's who I'm giving it to.
Give it to Jace. And now they'll stop play again. Timeout. Taken down on the field as we bring you the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Everybody, welcome back into Blue Ridge High School. 2 touchdowns early in the game now for number Deuce. Can I say it like that? Is that how you?
No.
Is that how you say it?
No.
Number Deuce.
That's kind of sound like some old fogey that yells, "Get off my lawn!"
Hey, you might want to be quiet because I know what you've been doing this week, Byron Brown. Speaking of old guys, I know what you've been doing this week.
Hey, sometimes you have to.
You watch out, okay? Let's see, 13-0 Blue Ridge. We're waiting for the outcome of the point after try here in a moment. Well, next Friday, we're back here at Blue Ridge again. Next Friday, Byron, it's the renewal of the great rivalry. Cholo coming up to Blue Ridge, take on the Yellow Jackets, and it could be for sole possession of first place in the Northeast region.
It very well could be. I think, obviously, with the start of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets have here tonight, they're taking that step forward to getting that victory, but we still have a long ways to go. Here, we still have 3 quarters, but Blue Ridge doing a great job of getting on the board first with 2 quick touchdowns here in the first quarter, getting on their way to a possibly a 3rd victory in the Northeast region. And Cholo is on the road here tonight. I don't, unless they have a huge letdown, they should win tonight. And we will have a battle of the unbeatens in the region, battling for first place in Northeast region supremacy.
Yeah, I think there's very little doubt about whether or not Cholo is going to win tonight at Ganado. I don't think Ganado doubts it very much. And Jace Barton will run it in for the 2-point conversion. And the Yellow Jackets lead it 15-0 here, closing out the first quarter. The kickoff and the end of the first period in just a moment, everybody. Again, 15-0. Blue Ridge in front. This word from our good friends at the Bloomhouse Floral Designs Shop in Pine Top. Back with that kick right after this.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off. They lead 15-0. So Blue Ridge has gotten the ball twice in the game today, and both possessions have resulted in touchdowns. That last one a 2-yard TD run for Jace Barton. The Yellow Jackets deliver. Ball at the 17-yard line. And the Sand Devils are hit quickly and rudely deposited by Franco Harris. He's been making tackles on defense. Why not a big tackle on special teams as well? And Franco with another special delivery. He deposits one of those Sand Devils right there at the 25-yard line. And by the way, that is, I didn't realize they'd run 6 seconds off. They did run the full 6 seconds off on that particular play. And so how about we grab us a timeout to end the quarter, everybody. Stand by. A word in from our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. That's Hatch Toyota. We're back with the second quarter right after this. Stand by.
Value is a car that goes for 200,000 miles and a product specialist that's not on commission. It's a truck that fires up every morning so you can provide for your family, and a complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside service for 2 years or 25,000 miles. It's what you get instead of what you pay. All areas where Toyota is a value leader. Hatch Toyota brings you more Kelley Blue Book Best Buys than any other manufacturer. We're also one of the largest supporters of nonprofit organizations, the arts, children's sports, and local charities whose efforts benefit our local residents. We provide jobs and support other local businesses by buying their products and paying taxes for schools and first responders. We believe the health of a community depends on being involved. Whether you live in Show Low, Pine Top, Alpine, or anywhere in the White Mountains, these are the dollars you spend with us going back into our community. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Come to the dealership that supports your community.
We're back into it, everybody, and the start of the second quarter in this one at Blue Ridge High School. Floyd Simmons, Byron Brown, B Square, and the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. There's a yard loss on this first down carry for the Sand Devils.
Sand Devils decided to go with the run. What happened with the run? Tackle for loss, okay? They threw they threw a couple passes on first down, positive yardage. Run the ball, not so good.
I take it, Byron, you want them to do something different.
Well, look, I'm not smart, and you're very not smart.
Well, I was going to argue with you on the first one.
So, we're not very smart people up here in the booth.
That is true.
Okay, but we are smart enough to figure out if I run the ball on first down and I have a collective of minus 10 yards, but when I pass the ball on first down and I have a collective of 15 yards, what are we going to do on first down?
Throw the football, and here comes Paige. Colin Joe steps up and then gets hit from behind, a marker out just as he is buried in the backfield. Is this going to stand as a deep loss and a quarterback sack, or are we going to get something that alters all of that?
I think we're going to have holding, which I believe you would decline if you're Blue Ridge. Take the sack and the down.
The ball rests at the 9-yard line. And the referee, Chuck Copeland, will indicate exactly what you said. Byron, you're not a very smart guy, but somehow you nailed that one, and that's a 10-yard loss on the quarterback sack.
Well, every now and then a squirrel finds a nut. And right there, I just found my nut, okay?
I was thinking, what is it? What rodent does Byron remind me most of? I guess it's a squirrel.
Exactly.
Third down and a ways to go for the Sand Devils. More pressure. Colin Joe will decide to take care of this one himself, and he runs it out of bounds on the far side of the field. He gained a few on it. Brought it out from the 9-yard line to right at about the 15. So how about a 6-yard gain for the Sand Devils? And that'll bring up fourth down and still a long way to go.
Yeah, nice job here by Blue Ridge in the second quarter, making little adjustments. Being able to put pressure on Colin Joe, making him get out of the pocket, not have enough time to set his feet, find his receivers downfield, flushing them out here, forcing a 4th and long and a punting situation for the Sand Devils.
And the quarterback, Colin Joe, is that punter. Back to, we assume, send it away, and he does. Here's a knuckleball-ish kind of kick that will hit at the 45 and then take a nice Paige roll into Yellow Jacket territory. They'll down it at the 40-yard line. We'll change it up, and a 3-and-out. The Sand Devils moved the ball reasonably well both of their previous possessions, but that's the first time today that Blue Ridge has been able to hold them on a 3-and-out and get the punt.
Yeah, they have been able to. Paige has been able to move the ball down the field, but unfortunately for them, they turned the ball over on downs, and then a bad throw by Colin Joe, who has been doing a very good job as the quarterback here for Paige, but a bad throw, turned the ball over at the goal line for interception by Blue Ridge. But there, Paige undone by first down play calling and then penalties.
And before the Yellow Jackets can get it rolling, a marker goes down. Is that a delay of game?
Well, I guess if they want to call it a delay of game, but basically they had too many men on the field when they separated from the huddle.
So illegal substitution or participation or whatever the terminology is. Slaughter in motion. Right to left, he sets up on that wing, and the ball is on the ground. Bad exchange from Berlin to the quarterback, the running back, Jace Barton. Barton gets on top of that one, and it ends up being a 4-yard loss. Unfortunately for Jace, who's had a great game, that's all negative rushing yardage for Jace. It brings up 2nd down and 19, now ball at the 31-yard line.
Right, don't you just gnaw at you if you're the running back right there. You're just falling on the ball to make sure the other team doesn't get it, and you get the loss.
Yeah, you almost want to say, hey, why don't you jump on it?
Exactly.
Here's
you're
a
the one that
handout.
fumbled.
Seth Slaughter taking the ball out to about the 39-yard line. Nice pickup for Seth on the play. Call that a gain of 8 yards. 8 yards and a 3rd down and 11 on the way for the Yellow Jackets.
That play right there, that's what they wanted to run last play. But Luke got the little crocodile arms. He brought his arms in, fumble, but right there, nice job handing it to Jace Barton. Barton to Slaughter for positive yardage, get it within a manageable situation, 3rd and 11.
Berlin, will he throw the ball? Slaughter in motion, early movement. That is Jake Esparza moved early from his slot position on the right side of the formation. That'll be a 5-yard setback for the Yellow Jackets as they mark off the illegal procedure.
Floyd, you broadcast Arizona Rattlers game. You broadcast the Indoor Football League.
Yes.
And a fine job that you guys do.
Well, thank you
right?
for that.
You guys
yes.
got an award for that. That's awesome.
Award-winning,
I think they need to allow that in high school. Let the receivers get a running start. What do you think?
Give the receivers a running start.
Like they do in Indoor Football League.
Right. I know exactly what you're referring to. And what I do have to say about that is it's interesting for indoor football for sure. Well, outdoor football, they do it in Canada. That's, you get to do the same thing in Canada, get a running start. A couple of the receivers do. But I don't know. I'm a little more of a traditionalist when it comes to high school football.
I think that would be awesome. I think they should allow it in college football. Like you said, they even do it in Canada, eh?
Hoser. Here's a catch. Elam Antonelli trying to run that wide receiver screen. And that play call is a favorite of Coach Hathcock. That ends up being a 9-yard gain on the play, a couple of yards shy of the 1st down for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, and if you're Blue Ridge, you're going to go for it. Presents itself 4th and 1 here. Why not? You're moving the ball all offensive series long. Do it again.
So 4th down play. We revised that to a 10-yard gain a moment ago. And Luke Berlin on 4th and 1. The Jackets a yard shy of midfield. Tried to draw the defense. Wouldn't go across. And the Yellow Jackets decide to take a timeout. They had a lot of time on the play clock. They had like 24 seconds on the play clock. And we have a giant play clock, by the way, at each end zone. So we can we know exactly how much time is there. And the Yellow Jackets decided, let's spend a timeout.
Two things that drive me crazy when you watch football, right? At any level, whether it's high school, college, NFL. One is after a kickoff or a punt, and then they come back out, right, after a dead period, and then the team that has the ball calls a timeout, right? I mean, you're like, wait, you just huddled. Why are you calling a timeout? The other one is on 4th and 1, and the coach, they try to get the defense to jump off sides, and then it's like with 2 seconds, and then they call a timeout, and then they go punt. It's like, why weren't you doing that before? You've got a decision to make. Look, I know sometimes a guy may jump, but really you either go for it or punt right off the bat.
Yeah, I think you just spoke for just about every football fan out there, Byron. Very frustrating moments for sure. We'll see what now Coach Hathcock has dialed up for his offense. 4th and 1. And they will give it up the middle to Jace Barton. Trusty Jace. And he is busting his way for a Yellow Jacket gain of 10 and a 1st down. They move the chains. Ball at the 41-yard line of the Sand Devils.
Floyd, earlier in this broadcast, going for the 2-point conversion, you asked me, what would you do if you're Blue Ridge? Well, I give it to Jace Barton. And guess what? 4th and 1, what would I do? I would give it to Jace Barton.
Just keep on giving it to Jace Barton. And under 8 minutes left in the first half, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at the break. Esparza across the formation in motion. Throw down the left sideline. It's behind the receiver. Antonelli was the receiver. The pass was underthrown, and that caused the defender to run right into Antonelli. Pass interference on the Sand Devils. They'll move the ball ahead.
Unfortunately, in the game of football right now, that is one of the most common pass interferences you see throughout high school and colleges. Let the guy go deep, underthrow it, see if the receiver comes back, gets in the way, the defense back gets in the way, pass interference. What I would like to see is it to be a 15-yard penalty in a spot instead of a spot of the foul. But nice job by Blue Ridge, faking the run, sucking in the defense, trying to go deep, and getting the ball into Paige territory.
So the mark-off, the 10-yard penalty mark-off, and a handoff up the middle to Seth Slaughter. He runs right into the umpire and then stays on his feet, battling for first down yardage. He did get it. He did get the yardage necessary. I do believe that's at least a 10-yard pickup. They're going to put him right at the 15. We'll make that an 11-yard gain for Slaughter, picking his way through there. You'll see him run into the umpire right here. And that's good usage of the ump, huh?
Well, I think that's part of the play. I'm sure that's how Coach Hathcock said, look, when you get in the open, use the umpire as a deception and then go the opposite direction.
Ball at the 15 for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 15-0 here with 7 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. Slaughter in motion, short side of the field, the left side, and that's where they will throw the ball. Pass caught, and it's taken inside the 5-yard line. Jake Esparza hauls the pass in, and the ball is at the 1. Gain of 14 on the play.
Nice job by Cool Hand Luke right there, rolling to his left. That's always a difficult throw for a right-handed quarterback, but he rolled to his left. He gave it a little sidearm action right there, put it right on to Jake Esparza, gets the first down, gets it to 1st and goal.
And everybody looking at where is Jace Barton? And they give it to him right up the middle, and everybody on that defense was looking for Jace as well. And it does not matter because Jace takes it in after initial contact, fights through, and has his 3rd touchdown of the day for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, like you said, Floyd, everybody's looking for number 2. Where's number 2? And it doesn't matter. You knew he was going to get the ball. The defense came after him, and number 2 is able to get in the end zone. But give credit right here to the offensive line up front. You know, Aiden, number 69, number 71, Angel Rangel right there, both going up there, providing holes for Jace Barton.
And Granillo will try the kick out of a hold from Jake Esparza, and that one will sneak up and over. The kick is good. With 6:46 on the clock, second quarter, Blue Ridge 22, Paige 0. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Attention! Did you know that you may be eligible to receive a free data plan with 60 gigabytes of LTE data to use as a hotspot every month? If you live on tribal lands and are on a government assistance program like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, or Medicaid, Cellular One can help. Just ask for the Cellular One ACP plan. It comes with unlimited data and a 60 gigabyte LTE data hotspot. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only. Non-transferable. Limited to 1 line per household.
Short kickoff by the Yellow Jackets. Short return by the Sand Devils, but they've got some pretty good field position to begin this possession after a touchdown. A 60-yard touchdown drive by the Yellow Jackets. Took 7 plays and a total of 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Jace Barton with a 1-yard touchdown run at the end of it, and that is his 3rd touchdown of the day for the Yellow Jackets. Paige takes over at their own 34-yard line.
Blue Ridge doing a great job here in the first half offensively, just moving up and down against this Paige Sand Devil defense and doing what they need to do, controlling the offensive line of scrimmage.
Colin Joe down the right sideline. His pass underthrown, no problem. Receiver comes back and hauls it in for a big gain for the Sand Devils into Yellow Jacket territory. On the receiving end, was that Ashton Penrod? I believe it was that hauled it in. Yes, it was. Ashton with the catch and a nice pickup on the play.
Yeah, nice job by Ashton right there. Coming down with it. It was a little high, and he had to kind of go up and circus catch it a little bit, go over the defender, and come down with it for the first down for the Paige Sand Devils.
Ends up being exactly 25 yards on the gain. Ball at the 41 of Blue Ridge. Sand Devils. Colin Joe back throwing deep into single coverage. Intercepted by Seth Slaughter. has it at the 9-yard line. He breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet as he crosses the Yellow Jacket 20-yard line, or 30-yard line, and then he's finally hit and brought down. Gets his team out of the shadow of the goal line with an interception. He was out there man coverage, and he was able to take it away from the Sand Devils.
Nice coverage right there by Seth Slaughter, doing a nice job of running with the receiver. Then he looked at the eyes, and when he saw the eyes of the receiver looking back for the ball, he turned around to spot it first, went up, grabbed it with both hands, picked it off, and then had a nice return back to the Blue Ridge 35.
So a 24-yard return after taking the ball away, and the second turnover today for the Sand Devils, both of them interceptions. Elam Antonelli had the first interception for the Yellow Jackets in this, and we've got 6:05 on the clock here in the second quarter. Pass caught by Antonelli, and he is quickly downed as he goes to his knees at the 41-yard line. A pickup on the play of 7 yards. 7 yards the gain for the Sand Devils, or rather for the Yellow Jackets.
I know Elam would have liked to have kept his knees above ground so he could get some yards after the catch, but that's a great job right there. That's just like a big run. 7 yards, just turn around hitch right there, get it, get the pass, receive it, put you in a second and short situation.
2nd and 3, as a matter of fact. Short side of the field is the right side. That's where they put Antonelli split out. Looking his direction to throw. It's actually the slot receiver, Jake Esparza, who hauls it inside the Paige 40-yard line. So there's a big first down pickup on the play.
Well, now Cool-Hand Luke's getting a little bit into a momentum right now. You're seeing him get a little confidence with these last few passes right here. He got that one down at the 1-yard line of Paige. Sand Devils did the little sidearm, and now they've come out. Coach Athcock's having him throw the ball, and he's got confidence, and he's hitting his receivers.
Esparza with the 22-yard reception for the Yellow Jackets. First down, timeout taken at 5:15 on the clock. Second quarter, we'll grab a 30-second break and a word in from Summit Healthcare, one of our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio. Game of the Week brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
This October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Summit Healthcare sends out this reminder to schedule your annual mammogram. To make it easier, Summit is offering 2D mammos for just $99 throughout the month of October. A physician's order is required. Call today to schedule your appointment. 928-537-6554. Purchase your voucher at mdsave.com. Don't put that mammogram off another day. Schedule your $99 2D mammogram right now by calling 928-537-6554. Offer good until October 31st at Summit Healthcare.
Back to the action. Welcome back in, everybody. Byron, you'll see the big, at the end zones here, the giant play clocks, right? You've seen those out there?
Yep.
That's something new. Something new here at Blue Ridge. Those are operated independently of the scoreboard clock, so we don't have the clock up there on your scoring graphics. Sorry about that, everybody. But I want to mention something on that because we've got a rules change for basketball coming up. As we watch Luke Berlin throw quickly, and he hits that inside receiver down the field for another big Yellow Jacket gain. And it's Franco Harris on the receiving end of this big pass.
Again, Luke doing a nice job right here. Got some momentum. Finds his receiver, Franco Harris, who gets a step on the defender, and he lays it right in for the first down.
26 yards on the reception for Franco Harris. And now directing traffic, the freshman quarterback, who is really coming into his own as a leader out there for this team. As we said, throwing the ball well, hands off. Jace Barton, did he put it on the turf for a quick second and then scoop it right back up? Maybe a yard the gain on the play for Jace.
I think Jace Barton, you heard you talking about the new basketball season that's coming up. They're going to have a play clock, right? A shot clock at the basketball season.
That's right.
He decided to show off his basketball skills right there, dribble the football off the field, pick it back up, and say, hey, I'm going to get positive yardage.
You heard somebody talking about Northland basketball up here.
Exactly.
In the broadcast. Yeah, it's a 1 yard gain. Second down and 9. Yes, when basketball season gets here at the 3A level, there is going to be a shot clock for the first time that we've seen. Here's a throw to the end zone and a turnaround catch. No, off the hands of Jake Esparza. He had to turn around for it. It was certainly catchable, and I think Jake's going to be kind of kicking himself after this one. Certainly should have hauled that one in for a Yellow Jacket touchdown. Another fine throw by the freshman quarterback.
Well, this is where you want to put it if you're Cool Hand Luke right there. That's just that's just a drop by Jake right there. You've got to come down with that pass right there. Cool Hand Luke lays it up in there. Should have been a touchdown, but hey, you come back for the next play.
Berlin right now 6 of 10 for 125 yards for the Jackets. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first half, and the Yellow Jackets call timeout. That might be their final timeout. Were you counting, Byron? Is that it?
That is it.
What does the scoreboard graphic say? Because I think our graphic is listing those timeouts and should be tied into the scoreboard. So
there is none. Okay, on the scoreboard, there is no timeouts.
They're not running timeouts.
No.
Okay.
But I believe that is because he called 2 earlier timeouts. The one on the 4th and 1 situation, then they called another timeout early on in the first quarter. So that is his 3rd and final timeout of this half.
So that'll be it for the Yellow Jackets. Spending it right here to see what they can do on what will be a 3rd down and 9. Ball right at about the 11-yard line for the Blue Ridge offense. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. We welcome you, everybody, to Blue Ridge High School, Paul Moro Stadium, a place that for small school football is hallowed territory. There's a nice Ace Hardware sign. We just got to look at. Where's that gigantic sign? Could you have found a bigger sign, Byron? It was right up there on the scoreboard.
Well, with your eyesight, I do need a bigger sign.
My eyesight there's a little to be desired there. Elam Antonelli splits out right. Esparza in the slot. They're throwing that direction. Antonelli coming across, and I don't know if it quite went through his hands, but it did go through the hands of the defender back there. It was almost intercepted by the Sand Devils.
Is this a quick slant right here? And I'm going to watch the replay because it looked like Elam didn't quite finish his route. He kind of stopped instead, and as a quarterback, what you're supposed to do is lead the receiver, and that's what he was doing. But Antonelli, he just stopped when he kind of felt the defender coming across him, not in front of him, just coming across a different way. He stopped. You got to keep running, son.
It was Ashton Penrod back there that almost came up with the interception. Field goal try. Kick is up, and that might sneak through. It does.
Good. The kick is good.
That one just did sneak through, and I think it was a 28-yard field goal is what it ended up being for the Jackets as they tack some more points on, and we'll get a word in from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. They sponsor the halftime report coming up here in a bit. 25-0 Blue Ridge on top. Sports on Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
It's football season, and for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month, your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for front row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back.
If you're watching video, you saw the kick return right there for the Sand Devils, and they brought it out to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Paige from that spot. Welcome back in. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. There's a little take a look at the video and see what they can figure out on the sideline. That was Coach Brian White, one of the assistant coaches, working with the head coach, Jeremy Hathcock. And now just under 4 minutes left in the half, everybody. Sand Devils go to work on offense. Colin Joe, the quarterback, down the seam. Pass a little behind and almost hauled in. Incomplete. Noah Chi was there defensively for the Yellow Jackets, and the guy who tried to reach back and get it was Ashton Penrod for the Sand Devils.
I think that was just a nice job by everybody all around. There was a good throw, all right, right into the arms of the receiver, but it was a great play by Noah Chi to come up and get his hands on the ball because of the great coverage he was providing on the wide receiver. Turned out to be an incomplete pass, but nice job all around.
Stop the clock with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the half. Colin Joe Down the middle, wide open, pass caught.
Number 30.
And that'll be a big
with the
gain. That
reception.
should be a gain of 15 on the play. We'll check your guy at the receiving end of that for the Sand Devils, Tyree Stingley. Hauled it in for the first down.
Again, the Paige offensive line doing a nice job of providing a pocket for Colin Joe. And when you give him time, he's going to pick apart this zone defense, the secondary of the Yellow Jackets right there. Again, coming up with a first down for the Paige Sand Devils.
Sand Devils, their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Colin Joe straight back, and he throws the ball right into the hands of the Yellow Jacket defense. Franco Harris has it. Harris on the return, battling, fighting, swung down hard, hit the turf after right at about a 20-yard interception return. That is the 3rd interception for the Yellow Jacket defense.
Well, what happens when you bring pressure? You put pressure on Colin Joe, and good things happen if you're the defense. Right here, the pressure coming for the Yellow Jackets on the outside and the inside, forcing Colin Joe to put the ball up into the waiting arms of Franco Harris, who makes the interception and return back into the Paige Sand Devils territory. But we will have a penalty on the return, which will bring it back to the Blue Ridge 47.
So as often happens, the defense doesn't really know how to block, right? I mean, these guys, that's not their job most of the time.
But it is, because how many guys play both ways?
I'm just going to suggest that there are guys on that side that, you know, when it comes to the Oski, right? Do they still yell Oski? What do they yell these days when somebody gets an interception?
I don't know.
Is that too old school?
I'm used to get off my lawn.
or maybe it's bingo. Maybe they're yelling bingo these days. Swing pass right side. It's caught. Barton has it. Barton trying to get a block up the field, and he is going to be right at the line to gain for the first down, maybe a yard shy on the pass completion to Jace Barton. 9 yards, the pickup.
Yeah, nice job. A little swing pass out to Barton. Get 9 yards. Again, it's just like a run play, just a nice, easy pass outside. Get your quarterback, Coolan Luke, into a little rhythm, as he was on that last series, and move the ball down the field.
And they end up marking the ball. They had some confusion, the officials did, on where to spot it, and where they ended up spotting it ends up being a 10-yard gain for a first down. So to the 42-yard line now of the Sand Devils. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime is on the way. Pass is caught. Esparza nearly broke it down that sideline. Would have been a big gain. And Jake goes down just a little shy of the first down on that catch.
That's a little taste of the arm of the freshman right there, Coolan Luke. That's throwing from the right hash all the way to the left sideline. You got to put some zip on it, and there he does. Gets it out to Jake Esparza for another big gain.
9 yards. Brings up second down and 1. Ball at about the 33 of the Sand Devils. Throw that wide receiver screen, this time to Seth Slaughter. He slipped a bit, broke a tackle, fights and battles, has the first down and a little bit more. How about an 8-yard gain on this play? And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
You're listening live and local in the White Mountains on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. That's the Sports Zone Radio home for radio across all of the White Mountains. And now from the 25-yard line, Berlin, the quick release, and that was broken up nicely by the defender looking for Antonelli. But the guy that got there and celebrates a bit after the defensive play was Ashton Penrod. Made a nice play for the Sand Devils.
Yeah, Penrod reading the eyes of the quarterback right there and seeing the slant route and just jumps it right there. Jumps in front of the receiver, almost gets the interception.
Two guys going at it, going after it right there. And again, a good defensive play. From the 25-yard line now, second down, a couple of minutes remaining here in the first half. Berlin throwing for the solo receiver on the right side of the field, Antonelli on the slant. It is caught, and he gets to the about the 16-yard line, 9-yard pickup on the play for Antonelli.
Again, just getting a rhythm is Coolan Luke. Just step back, getting the snap, and then following his receiver right there. Nice route by Antonelli, picking up big yardage.
Third down and 1. The Jackets get set. Paige moves early, but not into the neutral zone, so the play will continue. 3 receivers to the left, Antonelli on the right. 9 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. And Berlin will throw quickly again, the turnaround. And a nice move to break a tackle by Antonelli, and he'll spin his way toward a touchdown. 16 yards on the pass completion, and a Blue Ridge touchdown.
Nice job by Antonelli. Great play call right there. They saw that Penrod was jumping routes, trying to jump it, and they had Antonelli right there kind of fake a little bit of a outside and then come inside. Penrod bit, was late to the tackle. Antonelli tiptoes down the sideline into the end zone.
Check the point after. It's up. Looks pretty good, and Granillo does knock it through.
Good kick.
For a successful point after. And we'll get a word in from the presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. That's White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Closing out this first half, everybody. Blue Ridge 31, Paige nothing. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
The Yellow Jackets get a takeaway again, their 3rd interception of the first half. This last one was Franco Harris, and he set his team up at the 48-yard line. So a 5-play, 52-yard scoring drive for the Jackets, and a Luke Berlin to Elam Antonelli 16-yard touchdown pass for the score. The kick was good. 32-0 Blue Ridge in front. And the Sand Devils will return the ball out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line and set up their offense right there. Well, Byron, the Yellow Jackets have had the ball now in the first half 5 times. They have scored at the end of every one of those possessions. 4 touchdowns, 1 field goal, and a lot of that set up by the takeaways, the 3 interceptions that Colin Joe has been guilty of for the Sand Devils in this one so far.
Well, that's what you want as Coach Hathcock and the rest of the coaching staff for the Yellow Jackets, right? When you get turnovers, you want your offense to capitalize on that. And right now, that's what the defense has done. They've gotten 3 interceptions. And off of those 3 interceptions, the offense of Blue Ridge has come down with points. And as you can tell by the score, 32-0 Blue Ridge, great job, again, by both offense and defense of the Yellow Jackets.
Timeout, Sand Devils, 32-0 Blue Ridge in front, 53 seconds left here in the first half, and we thank you for joining us here on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, Byron, if you listened at all to the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show, the 1st and 10 portion of our activities earlier tonight, you may have heard an interview with Richard Obert, the sports writer for the Arizona Republic, as we talked about the Sports Illustrated story that ran a few days ago, calling out potential recruiting violations, but mostly talking about how just it's a wild, wild west of high school recruiting and movement and transfers here in the state of Arizona, across the valley in particular. And the Sports Illustrated writer was certainly taking a slant that he doesn't think it's all that good a thing. But I don't know, Byron, did you catch that interview with Richard Obert?
I did not. It was unfortunate that I was unable to, but I know what article you're talking about, and I don't know what SI has against the state of Arizona, but guess what? You could go to the state of California and find this very same thing.
You think it's
absolutely
as prevalent?
Oh, more so.
First down 10, pass caught, and then out of bounds for a first down. How about a 13-yard gain? I think that was Stingley on the receiving end on the far side of the field after you see Colin Joe, the quarterback, pick it up off the turf. Nice delivery out there on that side, and he gets the clock stopped as well. It was not Stingley who hauled it in. Let me check on that for you and see who the receiver was for the Sand Devils.
Floyd, I'm going to tell you right now.
Kyan Tate, by the way, 13-yard gain.
I'm impressed with Colin Joe as a quarterback. He's doing a tremendous job here, especially when you give him time.
And he'll deliver again. Pass completed. Oh, it's knocked out on the tackle. Ball on the ground still, and the Sand Devils have it. No, they're going to say down. Now, down, how down?
He was down.
Down possession receiver. So So you're saying the ground forced it out?
He fumbled the ball, but while he was on the ground, he had control of it, and then Blue Ridge came in and knocked it out again.
Okay, Connor Shirley is the receiver. Let's watch this right here on the look. We'll get back to it in a second because we're going to get back to live play. Colin Joe escaping Franco Harris, but he can't get away from the second hit, and the guy that came up is that Manny Rosales who comes up, and he gets the quarterback for a deep loss. How about a 6-yard loss on the quarterback sack?
Right there, Blue Ridge dialing up a little pressure right here, getting on the outside and forcing Colin Joe out of the pocket, trying to get to the outside, and right there, Emmanuel Rosales coming up with a sack.
We just took a look at the replay a moment ago. Paige takes another timeout right here. Took a look at a replay a moment ago. Now we'll look at the quarterback sack and Manny Rosales' effort on defense here. As you see, Franco Harris unable to bring him down, but there's Rosales chasing him, and he just reaches out and gets that foot to bring down the quarterback, and timeout to stop the clock at 14 seconds remaining in the half.
Great hustle by Rosales. He started off on the right side as a blitzer, like basically as a defensive end, came inside and ran 10 yards to make that play.
Colin Joe flushed out. Rosales chasing him and chases him out of bounds. We'll call it a 2-yard gain for the quarterback, and it stops the clock with 7 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Little dilemma here for the Paige Sand Devils. It's 4th down, 7 to go. You're at your own 47-yard line. Got 7 seconds left. Do you punt? Because if you go for it and you don't take all the clock off, you give Blue Ridge a shot at the Hail Mary, or do you take a play and do your own Hail Mary and hopefully take out 7 seconds?
I guess we're seeing the Sand Devils' choice on this, and they're going to throw it across the middle of the field. Stingley has it. Stingley is dumped after a 6-yard gain on the play, and that is enough to run out what remains in the first half here. And the Yellow Jackets will take a 32-0 lead into halftime. Colin Joe's delivery right there. Well, you know, he's had some pretty brilliant moments and a couple of tough ones for the Sand Devils. 3 interceptions lead to a 32-0 halftime lead for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, everybody. Do stand by. Stand by. We're going to break down for you on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report here in just a few moments. Back to Paul Moro Stadium to do that very thing. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
It's time to cash in on the value of your old car. You may have seen more new cars at dealerships, but used car values are still holding high for the moment. It's time to trade in your current vehicle and get top dollar while you still can. Where? Hatch Toyota, of course. The White Mountains Volume Dealer is still offering the highest possible values for your trade. Or we'll buy it outright. Cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs. Come in and get an instant appraisal and offer, and we will write you a check on the spot or apply it as trade value for your new 2022 Hatch Toyota. And we have the inventory. Now's the time to turn your old car into a payday. We're not just saying it, we're paying it. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Cholo and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Shoalo.
Offer number Toyota Financial Services. Exclusive government and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Summit Healthcare is committed to your healthcare experience from start to finish. They invite you to take advantage of the Summit Healthcare Retail Pharmacy. The pharmacy is conveniently located in Summit's outpatient pavilion, just steps away from the hospital, and most of Summit's clinics. They accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare Part B, Medicare Part D, First Care, and IHS. Prescriptions are ready in just minutes, and you get curbside delivery too. The Summit Healthcare Retail Pharmacy, because Summit is committed to meeting your pharmaceutical needs.
It's football season, and for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for front row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number. 536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Halftime at Blue Ridge High School. Welcome back, folks. Floyd Simmons and B-Squared Byron Brown here at halftime. The Yellow Jackets with a comfortable lead over fellow undefeated region opponent, and undefeated in the region. Paige is 4-1 overall on the season, 2-0 in the 3A Northeast region. And that has them in a tie with both Blue Ridge and Show Low at the top of the standings for the region, but that ain't going to stand for very long. I can't imagine Blue Ridge is going to give up a 32-0 lead here in the second half coming up versus Paige. So this, I think, sets the table nicely for next week's Sports on Radio Game of the Week broadcast. Back here at Blue Ridge, the Yellow Jackets will host the Show Low Cougars, and we'll have it for you here at Sports Zone Radio. Anyway, welcome back in, Floyd and Byron. Byron here at halftime, 32-0. The Yellow Jackets can do no wrong. 3 takeaways. They've intercepted Colin Joe, the Paige quarterback, 3 times, and they have turned every possession they've had into points, including a field goal plus 4 touchdowns. I don't know. Getting it all done tonight.
It's in all the facets of the game right there, offensively, defensively, even special teams. A field goal here tonight for the Yellow Jackets, and getting it done in all 3 facets. And really that's what you want if you're Coach Hathcock and the rest of the Yellow Jacket staff. You want to see that you're being dominant in all the facets of the game. And right now, look, you're 5 for 5 on offensive series. Okay, 5 possessions, 5 scores. Defensively, yes, you've kind of had the bend but don't break. And when you've had to, you put pressure on Colin Joe, who's had a tremendous game so far. But when he has been pressured by this Yellow Jacket defense, he has thrown 3 interceptions, provided the offense great field position and opportunities. And then also, again, on one of those scoring drives, kicking a 28-yarder field goal. It's crucial, I believe, in the high school game to have a kicker that you have confidence in. I'm not saying he has to kick a 50-yarder, but even just the extra points in a 28, 30-yard field goal, that gives you confidence down the road. There could be a time, and we've seen it too many times throughout our years broadcasting, where someone goes for it because they don't have a kicker, and they fail. If they had a kicker, it's good. They win the game.
You got a good look a moment ago on the replays. If you're watching our video, you saw some of the handiwork of that number 2 jersey, Jace Barton of Blue Ridge. He has scored 3 of the four first half touchdowns for the Yellow Jackets. Let's look through the scoring here. Blue Ridge got the ball first, their first time today at their own 18-yard line, and commenced with their first possession to go on an 82-yard scoring drive in only 5 plays. It was a big 51-yard touchdown run by Jace Barton at the end of it. That came with 5
49 on the clock in the first quarter. The point after by Reed Granillo was good, and it made it 7-0 Blue Ridge in front. Elam Antonelli intercepted the ball on the ensuing Paige possession, and he was able to set his team up at the Yellow Jacket 40-yard line. Blue Ridge went on a 60-yard drive for their second touchdown of the day. A 7-play, 60-yard drive. That one took 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and in the final seconds, with just 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the Jackets gave it to Jay Spartan for his second touchdown, this time a 2-yard run up the middle. And the 2-point conversion was also delivered by Jace after a penalty moved the ball to the 1.5-yard line. Blue Ridge led 15-0 at the close of the first quarter. The Yellow Jackets would get the ball back after a 3-and-out on defense. They forced a Sand Devil punt. By the way, the only punt of the first half was that singular punt by the Sand Devils. The Yellow Jackets were able to set up at the 40-yard line, go on another 60-yard drive. And this one was also 7 plays. 7 plays, 60 yards. And it took about 3 minutes and 41 seconds to get done. And with 6:46 remaining in the first half, Jay Spartan scored his third touchdown of the day, a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick was good. Blue Ridge led 22-0. The Sand Devils would throw another interception, this time Seth Slaughter taking it away. The Yellow Jackets got the ball at their own 34-yard line, and they went on a long drive that set them up for a 28-yard field goal try, and that was good by Reed Granillo with exactly 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Blue Ridge went in front 25-0. Another interception, this time Franco Harris took it away for the Yellow Jacket defense. Blue Ridge got the ball then near midfield, their own 48-yard line. 5 plays later, they were in the end zone at the end of a 52-yard drive. That came with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in the half. Luke Berlin threw a touchdown pass to Elam Antonelli. It was a 16-yard touchdown pass. The kick was good, and Blue Ridge had the lead 32-0. That's our halftime score here now. Well, Byron, you've been calling for the Sand Devils to throw the ball a lot in that first half, right?
I did, especially on first down.
Because the Yellow Jackets defense has just been it's been a brick wall. And that running game has not been able to penetrate.
No, and they were, I think about I'm just guessing, and I'm sure we don't have the exact stats, but it was probably like minus like 10 yards on 3 offensive rushes on first down, getting negative yardage. And they were showing they got some positive plays through the passing game.
Total of 13 yards rushing in the first half for the Sand Devils. You add to that their 146 yards passing. That's a pretty good passing attack that they have. And knowing it's coming, the Yellow Jackets hadn't been able to really effectively stop it, except that, on about the third or fourth try in each drive, it seems the ball lands into the hands of the Yellow Jacket defenders. Not to take anything away from them. They've all worked for them. But that is how Paige has been turned away in this one. Let's look at the first half stats and begin with the Yellow Jackets and what they've been able to do in that half. 298 yards of total offense for Blue Ridge, 12 first downs for the team with 11 minutes and 49 seconds of possession. So actually, Paige has had the ball for about a minute longer in the game so far. The Yellow Jackets have run for 121 and thrown for 177. The quarterback, Luke Berlin, is 11 of 17 for 177 yards and a touchdown in that first half. Pretty impressive numbers for the young freshman quarterback and the Yellow Jackets offense in totality. They've been penalized 4 times for 35 yards. They fumbled it once but got it back. No turnovers. The Yellow Jackets have been clean, and as we've said before, they had the ball 5 times. They scored on all 5 of their possessions. On the receiving end of Luke Berlin's tosses tonight, the leading receiver is Elam Antonelli, 6 catches for 98 yards. Jake Esparza has got 3 passes for 45. Franco Harris, 1 catch for 26 yards. Seth Slaughter, 2 catches for 16 yards in that first half. Back on Elam Antonelli, among his 6 catches for 98 yards, he does have 1 touchdown. Jay Spartan is already up over 100 yards running the football. 11 carries for 102. 3 touchdowns on the ground for Jay Spartan in this one today. His teammate Seth Slaughter, 2 carries for 13 yards. Manny Rosales, 1 rush for 6 yards. Luke Berlin, well, he hadn't run the ball yet. So there's that. There's your numbers. And I believe, Byron, that's the best first half offensively that the Yellow Jackets have put together this season so far.
Well, if not, it's got to be one of their closest to being the best here tonight, being efficient with the ball, both rushing and throwing, scoring on all 5 of their possessions, able to count on the legs of Jace Barton, but also throwing in Cool Hand Luke, right, with the passing, 11 of 17, over 100 yards. And they're doing a nice job. And guess what, folks? If you're a Blue Ridge fan, hey, Cool Hand Luke is around for 3 more years. He's just a freshman. And you can see the steps that they're taking to see the progress to be made to get him ready for later on as a sophomore and to a junior. And he's got good. That one pass right there, I believe it was in the second quarter, where he's on the right hash and he throws it all the way to the left sideline. Tremendous throw. You got to have some strength in that arm to make that pass that it's not picked off very easily. Not a lot of freshmen can do that, and here Cool Hand Luke is able to do that here tonight. And you get him into rhythm, and you can see the game plan is to get him into a rhythm, get some short passes, and then allow him to get into a little deeper passes. And you see what happens here tonight with Cool Hand Luke. And guess what? You don't have to rely on the freshman because you give it to the legs of the junior Jace Barton.
You see on the replays right there, a nice delivery over the middle to Tyree Stingley from the quarterback, Colin Joe. Another pass caught there as well over the middle. And let's take a look through those numbers from the first half for the Sand Devils. They have 159 yards of offense, most of that through the air, to go with 7 first downs and 12 minutes and 11 seconds time of possession. The Sand Devils have thrown for 146 yards as a team and run for just 13 on 11 rushes. That Yellow Jacket rush defense has been outstanding tonight so far. Sand Devils penalized 5 times in the first half for 31 yards. They have fumbled the ball once. They got that back. They have thrown 3 interceptions, however, and those account for their total of 3 turnovers in that first half. Colin Joe, the quarterback, is 11 of 18 for 146. Listen, Colin has had a couple of drops, so at least 2 drops by his receivers, and 3 interceptions, meaning those were passes that were actually caught by somebody. So what is that? 16 of his 18 passes have been caught here in the game so far, or should have been caught if you include the drops out there. Pretty good quarterback. He's throwing the ball pretty well, though he does have the 3 interceptions that mar the numbers overall. But you like him. We like him. Well, he's a nifty quarterback for sure.
Oh, definitely, and you can see why Paige is coming into this game undefeated in the Northeast region with 2 wins. Is Colin Joe? You give him time back there, and he will pick you apart. And you see what happens with the Yellow Jackets. They when they don't put the rush on them, they're moving the ball. The Sand Devils are. And then it forces the Yellow Jackets to come with blitz, and then they put pressure, and they're able to come up with turnovers. But Colin Joe doing a tremendous job for the Paige Sand Devils here tonight.
And he's 11 of 18 for 146 so far in the game. His guys, he's really mixed it up out there. He's gotten 6 different receivers involved in the game tonight. The guy leading the way is Ashton Penrod, 3 catches for 63 yards. Tyree Stingley has 3 catches for 39. 19 yards receiving for Connor Shirley on 2 catches. Kyan Tate, he's caught 1 pass for 13 yards. Caleb Nix, 1 catch for 7 yards. And Shane Begay, 1 catch for 5 yards tonight for the Sand Devils. Running the football, Colin Joe, the quarterback, 8 rushes for 20 yards. He's been sacked a couple of times. And Kyan Tate, 3 rushes for -7. They tried him early through the middle, and the Yellow Jackets said, denied, not going to happen. And that's kind of where we are here right now, everybody. We thank you for being a part of our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. And that wraps up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. Blue Ridge, 32. The Paige Sand Devils yet to score in this one, sitting at 0. Second half gets underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining us. We'll return to roll it for you right after these messages. Stand by.
It's football season, and for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month, your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glen. Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for Front Row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
Back into it, everybody. Thanks for joining us on our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. And we are back into it, everybody. Floyd Simmons and B Squared Byron Brown. I want to thank our production team led by our producer. That would be Derek Simmons. Our technical director on this one tonight is Noah Anderson. Also want to thank Sean Ulvestad for his work on camera here at Blue Ridge High School. And our statistician, the lovely Sonia Simmons. She's done a pretty good job tonight.
Just a pretty good job?
She's done a pretty dang good job tonight.
It's still not convincing. You're kind of like, you're not really giving her, you're not really not recognizing her abilities.
You don't think I'm feeling it?
No, you're not feeling it.
Yeah, that guy right there on the screen, by the way, right there, I would say leading candidate for the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game, 102 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, Jay Spartan. And that's not just me trying to change the subject.
I think it is.
Okay. I am not trying to change the subject. The lovely Sonia Simmons has done a good job. Here's an onside kick attempt. Well, look at this. The Yellow Jackets were on their heels, stayed on their heels. Nobody came up to do anything about it. A marker is down because I think Paige actually touched the ball just short of that 10-yard mark, and that'll be a procedure penalty on the Sand Devils, and the Yellow Jackets, I think, are going to get great field position. But it was a brilliant start to the second half on the onside kick try. Good call dialed up by the coaching staff. Unfortunately, I think they touched the ball just a bit early, Byron.
Yeah, it was like about the 49.5-yard line just before it hit the 50. If they would have just let it go, because, like you said, Blue Ridge was nowhere around. They backed up instead of going forward for it. Very fortunate for Blue Ridge that Paige touched it a half-yard too early.
Well, here's the other thing. They've waved off the flag. So maybe that is not a penalty? Is that what we're
obviously Blue Ridge is getting the ball at that time of where they
touched it. Yeah. And that would be at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw down the right sideline, looking for Jay Spartan on the wheel route out of the backfield. And Jace unable to haul it. I'm not sure Jace even saw it. It looked like he might not have actually picked his head up to see it, look at it. And the Yellow Jackets trying to hit the home run here early on, unable to connect on that pass.
Yeah, he's got to put his head up. He doesn't look for it. And he's looking like at the defender, and then all of a sudden he puts his head up. If he's watching the quarterback for the pass, that's a complete pass right there. And that Jace Barton's off to the races down the sideline.
So Blue Ridge has it at the Paige 49, and they'll give it on the trap, and they've got room to run toward the sideline right side. That'll be a first down run, and a nice job by Hunter Kraus on his first touch with the ball today. Hunter, the former quarterback, led the team last year, or was, pardon me on that, he played some quarterback last year, and he was assumed he was going to be the quarterback this year before breaking his thumb, and now running from that wing position on the trap. A nice gain, 12 yards. First down And the ball at the Paige 38-yard line. Handoff, Seth Slaughter. He is trying to step over defenders who were all on the ground like bowling pins. And he couldn't find any room to run between everybody. A short gain on that last play.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed with Seth, when he gets the ball, he's got to go north and south. He's trying to go east and west a lot, trying to overstep people. Just go forward, young man, and you will get the yardage.
2nd down and 7. Berlin lines them up. 3 receivers out to the left, and early movement straight up front. And that'll be a 5-yard mark-off on the defense into the neutral zone. The guy that appeared to get a little hasty, a little excited there up front, was that Austin Wilson? I think it was. 6 foot, 250, and once he got that big body moving, he couldn't slow it down. 5-yard mark-off, and it's a 2nd down and 2. Yellow Jackets in the vicinity of the 30-yard line, and a pass nearly picked off behind the receiver. It was behind the Yellow Jacket receiver, and the defender, is that Austin Penrod, I believe it is, who stepped in there and just about took it away. Ashton Penrod.
But again, we're seeing the freshman arm right there. He's getting it to him, but he's a little behind TJ. If he throws it right on the numbers or just leads TJ, that's a pass reception for a huge first down.
TJ Threadgill, that receiver. Ball gets to the 31-yard line. Jace Barton running. Actually, Jace lost a yard. He loses 1 on that play. He might not want to lose too many. He had 102 yards to start the half, and now he's at 101 yards after that loss.
Well, if he loses and he goes below 100, that could move Luke Berlin into one of the favorites for the Sports Zone Radio Game Player of the Game.
Certainly could. Jace gets his jersey wrapped up. 4-yard gain this time, so Jace gets a little breathing room in his century mark plus rushing attempt tonight. The 4-yard gain gets the ball to the 26-yard line, moves the chains, a Yellow Jacket first down.
Well, if you need a first down, who are you going to call? Jace Barton.
Well, this is now the 6th play of this drive for the Yellow Jackets, marking this now as their 3rd longest possession of the game. They have scored on every possession so far to this point. Handoff, Jace Barton fighting his way through a tackle and marked down right at the 20-yard line. 6-yard pickup on that play. 2nd and 4. Straight ahead.
Straight ahead right there, carry to Jace Barton. Just like they did in the first half. They relied on Jace Barton for their first drive of 82 yards. Got most of it right there. Here, starting the second half, Jace Barton.
2nd down play. Motion. Slaughter motions back to a halfback set, and he'll get the carry up the middle. And he is going to fight his way for about a 3-yard gain short of the first down by about a yard.
Nice job. Much better running right there by Seth Slaughter. Getting the handoff and moving forward, just going up and down the field instead of sideline to sideline, going north-south to the end zones. Right there, Seth Slaughter just short, picking up the first down.
3rd down 1. You got to split out to the right. That's Elam Antonelli. But the Yellow Jackets want to maybe shorten this game, run it up the middle. Barton has it. Barton
with the carry
is going to get yardage to the 15. 2-yard gain for Barton, but more importantly for the Yellow Jackets, first down. They'll move the chains.
First down for Blue Ridge.
If you're the Yellow Jackets, this is what you did in the first half. You just handed the ball off. Right now, you're just giving it to Barton or Slaughter, just moving up the field. You gave it to Hunter Kraus, being positive yardage, grinding the gain and the clock.
8 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Jackets throwing now. Left side, Antonelli reverses, and he's going to try to get there, trying to fight his way to the sticks, and he does. He gets the first down and a fraction more as well. That'll be 1st and goal after the pass and the catch and the Antonelli move at the end of it.
Nice job right there by Antonelli. Just still a quick hitch right here. Presents himself to his quarterback, gets it right into his hands, does a little spin move, gets it down inside the 5-yard line.
Going to call that a 12-yard gain. I believe the ball is resting at the 3. Make it a 13-yard gain because they're going to say the 2-yard line is the line of scrimmage now for the Yellow Jackets. First and goal, Blue Ridge. They lead 32-0. Trying to add here to their total. Handoff, Slaughter. And boy, he was just having a hard time planting his feet, Byron. He could not get good footing to turn it up and take it into the end zone. So he gets stopped shy, a 1-yard gain.
Well, a little confusion up front by the Yellow Jackets offense. They really snapped it with about 1 second left. I don't think they were really set, and you're right, he just kind of slipped and fell right there. If I'm Coach Athcock, give it to Luke. Let him score a touchdown. Let him try to catch Jace Barton for that player of the game.
Looks like he tossed it forward, by the way, in that last play. Technically, we're going to call that a pass play. Give it up the middle to Jace Barton, and how about this? From 1 yard out, Jace Barton has his 4th touchdown of the night for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, again, if you want to get into the end zone, you got 2 yards to go, 1 yard to go. Who are you going to give it to? Number 2 of the Yellow Jackets. And he's just going to follow that big offensive line that produces a hole, and he just bowls his way in over the goal line for the touchdown.
The kick is on the way for the Jackets. That one's going to split it right down the middle. Perfect for Reed Granillo. And that'll make it 39-0. 39-0. The Yellow Jackets cruising in this one. We'll get a word in from our presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, Hatch Toyota. Back with the kickoff here in the third quarter right after this.
Hatch Toyota doesn't have salespeople. We've changed how to buy a car. Now a floor product specialist works with you, and they aren't commissioned.
They're on salary, so when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Nobody's going to give you the bump and hustle to get you to sign on the dotted line because there's simply no pressure to do so. Hatch Toyota is taking the long view.
The view that involves your complete satisfaction with the whole buying experience. An experience we'd even be so bold to call happy. Who doesn't want to be happy?
And buying a new car is a really happy day. It's time to take the stress out of the day and put in the joy.
Shop ahead at HatchToyota.com. Our entire fleet is at your fingertips.
Then let us know which model you're interested in and make an appointment with one of our floor product specialists.
Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 25 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at HatchToyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Well, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets are now perfect on 6 possessions here in the game today. That last possession was their longest of the day, an 11-play, 51-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 56 seconds. And Jace Barton scored his 4th touchdown of the night, a 1-yard touchdown run. The Yellow Jackets lead it here 39-0. Paige will take over, 1st and 10. Byron, after this play, I want you to answer this question. Will he do it? Will he do it? I want you to answer that question when this is done, okay?
You got it.
First down play. Paige working from their own now, 33-yard line. Up the middle it goes, and this is the first time we see this particular young man running the football for the Sand Devils. First carry of the game for Jimmy Alvarez. Alvarez, 5'11", 200, listed in the roster for a 2-yard gain. And the question, Byron, is will he do it? Will he do it?
Yes, he will.
So you think he will? The answer is yes, he will. You're probably wondering who he is, and the question is, what is he going to do? And
Not really.
The answer to who he is Aaron Judge. Here's a pass down the field. Oh, nearly a one-handed catch. Made a great effort on a pretty good ball from Colin Joe, the quarterback. The guy who did not haul it in was Connor Shirley. But we'll see on the replay right here. This was a darn near a beautiful catch and a highlight of the year as he reaches out and almost brings it in. Incomplete, 3rd down and 8 coming up.
What a great effort right there by the receiver. Just got one hand on it, just couldn't bring it in. But how about Colin Joe doing a spinorama, spins out of the tackle of the would-be rushers of Yellow Jackets, comes forward on the run, delivers a precision pass.
3rd down, 8. Colin Joe steps up and right into the arms of Noah Chi for the quarterback sack. Noah got some help as well back there, but Noah's going to be the first guy on the spot.
And it works out to a 6-yard loss on the quarterback sack. Great job defensively. The Yellow Jackets brought pressure, and Noah Chi was the right man right on the spot. Looks like Manny Rosales also was there, and Manny gets another half sack to his credit. So he's got a sack and a half in the game today. So after the loss of 6, here's a Sand Devil punt that the Yellow Jackets will refuse to return. It'll be downed, and we'll flip the field. Blue Ridge will have it again, their 7th time today, and we'll see if they can turn this one also into points. Well, Byron, the question is, will he do it? Will Aaron Judge break the record? I don't know how many games are left for the Yankees. Can't be more than a couple.
Yeah, it's probably about 3 or 4 going into the night, maybe 5, because I think they have the weekend series and then maybe Monday and Tuesday. Yes, he will. No, I don't care.
Well, okay. He will break the record, Roger Maris's American League home run record of 61 home runs. Aaron Judge has 61 right now. The Yankees have actually 6 games left. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's
likely to break it, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Now, okay, so timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets, by the way. 5:35 on the clock here in the third period. Blue Ridge 39, Paige nothing. Floyd Simmons, Byron Brown, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. We'll stay here as we talk about this potential American League home run record for Aaron Judge. If you are pitching, if you're the pitcher out there at any given point, he's going to see a bunch of pitchers in the next 6 games. Who knows, maybe 15, 18 different pitchers. Byron, how are you throwing to this guy at this point? Especially if it's a game that it really doesn't impact the outcome of the season for your team. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't know.
The Orioles are out of it. They're playing the Orioles. The Orioles are pretty much out of the wild card spot. And I'm pitching Aaron Judge dead red, straight down the middle. Because you know what? Guess what? My name will be in the record books, okay? My name will be in the record books. You can't take it away.
You're going to be on those highlights for
exactly.
Your fastball down the middle is going to get seen by a lot of people. I mean, billions of people.
Exactly.
From now until forever. Okay.
I can tell my grandkids, hey, watch this. That's me on the mound.
Yeah, you don't believe I ever played? Well, look at this. Incomplete pass to Elam Antonelli, by the way, on first down for the Jackets. It'll be second down and 10 from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, handoff and a little inside reverse. They give the ball to Seth Slaughter. He's got first down yardage and more. How about 16 yards on the gain? That takes it to the 39-yard line. Listen, I got to tell you, I think that Seth's getting a little too fancy out there with that. Byron, he's got to just get a little north-south. He's got to take the ball, square up those shoulders, and just start heading downfield right here.
Well, you know, he's kind of taken after his mom. She was really big in disco. And look at those disco dance moves right there by Seth. I think they came down from Mrs. Slaughter right here.
All right. I'm going to let that stand on the record in your stead, okay? You delivered that message. It wasn't me. First down play. And down the right sideline, over the reach of Elam Antonelli, incomplete from Luke Berlin to stop the clock with 4:55 remaining third quarter, and Blue Ridge in front 39-0.
One of the few miscues right there by Cool Hand Luke. Just led his receiver just a hair too much and led him to the outside, which you don't want to go toward the out of bounds. You want to let your receiver, if he has any opportunity, is to catch it inbounds for a reception, but he led him too far and too deep.
13 out of 23 for 191 yards. Those are the numbers for the freshman quarterback. Motion, handoff. Barton. He hit a wall initially and then bounced off that, gained 3 yards to bring up third down at 7.
Blue is just going to take the clock down here. I'm surprised they did a deep pass there, but I think they're just trying to work on some things because they know they have a big game coming up next week, rivalry game against the Sholo Cougars.
You see the tackle there at the end of the play, the young man that came up, Warren Wall with the stop for Paige. Hand off to Barton, left side, stretching it out, trying to get to the marker, and I think he did. I think he got there for the first down.
Yep. Mr. Chuck Copeland signaling first down for the Yellow Jackets. Jace Barton getting to the outside. Nice job up front, creating that lane to the outside, and Jace Barton using his speed to get the first down.
Well, he needed 3 yards, and he got 4 yards on that carry by Jace Barton. Barton now with 121 yards rushing on 18 carries. And how about this number as he comes to the sideline now for the Jackets? How about this number? 4 touchdowns rushing today for Jace Barton.
4 big touchdowns.
Makes him a strong contender for the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Here's a toss to Slaughter.
Seth Slaughter with
a little
ball.
cutback for Seth, and he is down at about the 20-yard line. Seth gains 8 yards on the play.
Positive yardage for Blue Ridge, just what you're looking for. Grind the clock down, move forward, wear out this Sand Devil defense so that you could start preparing yourselves for the big matchup next Friday.
2 yards shy of the first down. Second down play coming up for the Yellow Jackets. They have been perfect in terms of scoring with the football when they've had it. And the Sand Devil defense is buckling right now. The Yellow Jackets on this drive began at their own 45-yard line.
Seth Slaughter
Slaughter stretching it left side. Looks like Seth is going to get the first down and then more as he gets driven out of bounds to stop the clock with 2:58 remaining in the third period. And the Jackets trying to tack on to a 39-0 lead. Check it, 5 yards the gain on that play. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, you can see the play developing right there. Seth Slaughter doing a nice job getting the ball, taking it to the outside, getting the first down. But you're going to see something I think Coach Hathcock and the coaching staff's going to look at is faking that to Slaughter and then hitting the receiver deep. Maybe not in this game, but later games.
Put that in your back pocket, huh?
Yes.
Throw it over the middle. Pass not caught by Jake Esparza. It was in his hands, and it looked like it was actually a pretty good throw, but Esparza was unable to hold on to it. I don't know if he took his eyes off to look upfield and see what his options were, but that is incomplete on the pass from the freshman quarterback, Berlin.
One of the bugaboos for the Yellow Jackets, especially during P.J. London's time, was having guys open, and he hit them, and they just dropped them, and right there, doing a better job here under Coach Hathcock are the Yellow Jackets, but right there the bugaboo of the drop pass.
Fake it, throw over the middle, incomplete.
Pass from Berlin.
That pass was, they were looking over the middle to T.J. Threadgill, and he was unable to reach up there for it. Yeah, you mentioned P.J. London and the drop passes. I mean, what would P.J.'s numbers have been like if he didn't have so many of those drop passes over the course of his career?
Yeah, they would have been tremendous, and I'm sure he already had record-breaking, but they would have been like almost unbreakable at that moment. Nice job by Kulan Luke on that last one. He felt the pressure, and he delivered a little high, but if he would have delivered right where he needed to be, that would have been picked off. So he decided, I'm going to live another day.
Now he throws again, this time toward the pylon and toward Jake Esparza, but that was going to be a tough catch to make for Jake. Incomplete to stop the clock again with 2:45 left in the third period.
Well, they're going to come out, Blue Ridge is going to come out with Reed Granil as their kicker. So far, perfect on extra points, has a 28-yarder, but I believe the soccer coach is probably saying, hey, Coach Hathcock, after this, can we give him a rest? We have a big game tomorrow. Big game tomorrow against Sholo in Sholo.
He's been doing a lot of kicking. Here's a line drive. This one finally misses. He was perfect on points after, plus that field goal try earlier on in the game, and this one no good. Change of possession. The Yellow Jackets still leading 39-0, closing out the third period. We'll grab a quick timeout. Word in from Cellular One of our great sponsoring partners here at Sports Zone Radio.
the Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Back right after this.
Attention! Did you know that you may be eligible to receive a free data plan with 60 gigabytes of LTE data to use as a hotspot every month? If you live on tribal lands and are on a government assistance program like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, or Medicaid, Cellular One can help. Just ask for the Cellular One ACP plan. It comes with unlimited data and a 60 gigabyte LTE data hotspot. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only. Non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
Well, the kick acts like a punt. It's a touchback. And from the 20-yard line up the middle, Colin Joe goes, breaking tackles, running for his life, across the 40 and the 30, and a tackle finally made there. Big gain for the Sand Devil quarterback, Colin Joe. How about that run? That is the longest play from scrimmage for either one of these teams tonight. But there is a flag down, and they're going to toss that flag at the 45-yard line at Blue Ridge.
Yeah, that was number 3 for Paige Sand Devils. Didn't have to touch the defender, but he pushed him in the back. So this is coming back from the spot of the foul. It still should be a first down. What a great job by Colin Joe. Look at the moves right there. And a little bit of deception of the speed that he has. And he's going forward. Gets the big play all the way into Blue Ridge territory. But you saw right there the push on the back on Franco Harris. Unnecessary because Franco wasn't going to make the play.
Well, they're going to erase a whole bunch of that yardage. We're still going to give the young man 25 yards rushing as the ball goes out to the 45 after the mark off of the penalty. And a toss to the right side. This one will, well, I thought the play was stopped, and then they kept on everybody pushing and shoving. And finally, Colin Joe, the quarterback, running the ball himself, is brought down with a 9-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, Colin Joe probably right now is going to the sideline saying, hey, Coach, I know I had the big run and I just got a 9.5-yard run, but I don't want to run this play. I am gassed right now, okay? Let's call a different play here, Coach.
Can somebody else please run the football on this play? That's perhaps what Colin has to say. Alvarez in the backfield with him, and that's going to be Alvarez on the carry on a first down. He gets spun down on a tackle by Franco Harris. 5-yard gain, first down, ball in Yellow Jacket territory at the 41-yard line.
How about Colin Joe doing it all for his Sun Devils? This is Sand Devils right here, but unfortunately he limps off right now. He is not in there. They're going to have to go to a backup, and he's been everything they've needed him to be here tonight.
What happened?
I don't know. He's kind of gimped off, and I don't know if he pulled, just got to pull the muscle right there in his leg, or if maybe somebody, when he handed off, a defender came in and kind of caught a leg, but he's not in there right now.
Well, normally your backup quarterback, especially if he comes off the bench, does not want to come into this situation, but Colin Joe is out, and Connor Shirley takes over, and just like that, he delivers a completed pass to his receiver on the left side. That's Kyan Tate hauling it in, a 4-yard gain on the pass play.
Just as good as a run. Move the ball down the field. That's what you want if you're Paige. And, hey, you got a backup quarterback. He's got to be used to throwing in practice, and right there hits his receiver for a short gain.
Connor Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley.
The quarterback now. Roger. Second down and 6 for the Sand Devils. 22 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Shirley fakes it, takes it, up the middle he goes, and he is going to be close to a first down. He got 5 on the play, 1 yard shy, third down and 1, straight ahead for the Sand Devils.
Moving the chains forward are the Sand Devils of Paige. Offensively, no give up here. That was the last play of this quarter, and let's see what they do in the fourth quarter.
So they will let it end right there, everybody. Time runs out here in this third period. We'll flip the field, flip sides, and see if the Sand Devils can keep this momentum going on this drive. 39-0. Blue Ridge in front of Paige. Fourth quarter on the way next. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by, everybody.
Value,
is a car that goes for 200,000 miles and a product specialist that's not on commission. It's a truck that fires up every morning so you can provide for your family, and a complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside service for 2 years or 25,000 miles. It's what you get instead of what you pay. All areas where Toyota is a value leader. Hatch Toyota brings you more Kelley Blue Book Best Buys than any other manufacturer. We're also one of the largest supporters of nonprofit organizations, the arts, children's sports, and local charities whose efforts benefit our local residents. We provide jobs and support other local businesses by buying their products and paying taxes for schools and first responders. We believe the health of a community depends on being involved. Whether you live in Show Low, Pine Top, Alpine, or anywhere in the White Mountains, these are the dollars you spend with us going back into our community. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and HatchToyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Come to the dealership that supports your community.
Back to the action at Blue Ridge High School. Welcome back, everybody. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Connor Shirley down a pass up over the middle, and it's incomplete to his receiver. That is Ashton Penrod. Couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down and a yard for the Sand Devils. Well, Byron, I get going for it on 3rd and 1, seeing if you can catch that defense off guard, but this is a critical moment for the Sand Devils, so you have got to pick up that 1st down.
I agree, but I don't mind the play call. It's 4th and short, less than probably a yard, and you feel comfortable, hey, let's see if we can get it on a pass play. But guess who came back into the game? That's right, 14, Colin Joe. Colin Joe in for the Paige Sand Devils.
Well, a big moment here for the Sand Devils then. They've got to get the 1st down. And you know what? With Colin Joe back on the field, a little tentative out there, and a timeout taken by the Sand Devils.
Well, he saw the blitz coming upside in the middle, and I think the play was supposed to be up the middle, and he was like, this is not going to work. Let me call a timeout. Let's try to re-game plan for the 4th and 1 call.
So timeout. Let's grab a 30-second message from the presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, White Mountain Regional Medical Center. 39-0 Blue Ridge in front, back in 30 seconds.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Well, sometimes you just hang on to the ball a little bit too long, and that was the problem there for Colin Joe, the quarterback, on 4th and 1. He gets sacked. The ball is going to move back for a loss of 4 yards, and the Yellow Jacket defense holds again. Somewhere in there, I mean, Colin Joe just had to get rid of the football. He did not, and Blue Ridge will take over on offense after all of that.
That was a great job by the secondary of the Yellow Jackets. That's what you call a coverage sack right there. Colin Joe could not find a receiver open. And because of that, that allowed the defensive line and the linebackers of the Yellow Jackets to come in with a 4th down sack.
So Blue Ridge has it back. Blue Ridge will go to the ground game. And for the first time today, the Yellow Jackets are going to hand the ball off to sophomore Eric Hernandez. Eric Hernandez carries the ball 3 yards, the pickup on the play for Hernandez.
Yeah, no use in getting Barton dinged up in case it's going to next week against the big game against the Cougars.
Handoff again. Hernandez again, and he is going to get upended, this time for a loss on the play. Defensively, the young man that stepped in there and made that defensive stop was Jacob Nez. Jacob Nez, at 5'10", 185, was able to hold him to a no gain on the play.
Starting to see, as the temperatures start to cool, the grass on the field gets a little dewy, a little moisture starting to slip over there. The Yellow Jackets and Paige, both teams.
Motion, Krause in motion, throw over the middle. That pass caught And that'll be a big gain for the Yellow Jackets. Nicely done. And Berlin delivers the pass. Let's check and see for you. That's 24 yards on the pass play. And the guy on the receiving end for the Yellow Jackets that hauled it in for the first down is Tyson Threadgill. Well, they've been targeting him a few times here late in the game, and he finally makes the catch.
A nice pass right there by Cool Hand Luke. Just being able to drop the dime into the hands of TJ Threadgill over the head of the DB, right into the waiting arms of Threadgill.
Hand off to Hernandez, and he'll break a tackle, bounce it, and he'll get spun down right at about the 30-yard line for Blue Ridge. Gain on the play of 6 yards. Second down and 4 on the way.
Nice job by Hernandez, just following his blockers, seeing green grass, and getting positive yardage and doing what the coaches are asking him to do, which is control the football. Do not give up the rock.
Now, Blue Ridge has protected the ball. They have not turned it over today. They've fumbled it a couple of times but got it back on both occasions. Handoff. Hernandez again battling, trying to fight his way to the first down marker. He needed 4 yards, and I think he got exactly 4 yards on this carry. First down for the Yellow Jackets. So now Hernandez getting his number called a few times.
Yeah, nice job by Hernandez going forward. But how about the defender for Paige? She takes on the lead block and Hernandez and just almost stops him from the first down.
And it was a great defensive play. Give some credit out to Connor Shirley, who makes that stop. And as you said, Byron, taking on that lead blocker and shedding that block. Now a marker. No, sorry. Somebody's tossing something on the sideline. Well, I thought maybe the linesman was throwing his flag. First down play. Play clock down to 4 seconds on the snap. And the Sand Devils playing downhill defensively all the way. They load up the box to stop the Yellow Jackets. Carrying the football straight up the middle is, once again, Eric Hernandez.
Well, a big win here tonight by the Yellow Jackets. I know 8.5 minutes left, just short of a miracle for Paige to come back, but great win for Blue Ridge leading up to next week's game, the rivalry game against the Show Low Cougars.
No gain on the previous play. Second down and 10. Berlin trying to work it down. Well, they're going to snap it with a lot of time. 12 seconds remained on the play clock. Hernandez again. And he gathers in a whole bunch of Sand Devil defenders right at the end of that thing. And he gains 7 yards. 7 yards of the pickup on the play.
Austin Wilson with the tackle.
Yeah, so there's that Blue Ridge Sholo game is next up for our broadcast coverage. Next Friday night right here at Paul Moro Stadium. I want to remind everybody, we've got a soccer game broadcast tomorrow. We'll cover a game at 6 o'clock tomorrow at Sholo. More details on that here in a moment. Hand up the middle. Hernandez will carry. Hernandez will get the 3 yards necessary
Jacob Ness
for the first down, and it is a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Well, hold on. I spoke early. He did get 3. He did not get the first down, though. And the eyeball from the linesman says, okay, just a little bit shy. They're not going to measure. So fourth down for the Yellow Jackets. Offense still on the field. Maybe a little out of Reed Granillo's range here. Would be about a 33-yard field goal try, so they're not going to try that. Handoff, first down yardage. Eric Hernandez inside the 5. Pretty good looking run by Hernandez. He got, well, let's see here. He got 15 yards on the game.
Great job by the offensive line right there, sealing the outside, allowing Hernandez to go unscathed all the way down to the 3-yard line before he took a big hit by the Sand Devil defender.
8 carries for 38 yards for Hernandez off the bench today for the Yellow Jackets. Little mop-up duty here. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remain in regulation. Handoff to Hernandez again, trying to find a little seam, trying to find a way in, and he gains, we'll say, 2 yards to the 1-yard line.
Right there, as you'll see on this replay, Hernandez will be going back to Coach Hathcock asking for tearaway jerseys. Tearaway jerseys right here. He's got it, and guy just grabs the jersey and he's able to go down. Hernandez will be requesting tearaway jerseys, like in the 70s.
Yeah, like something Billy Sims used to wear back in the
Earl Campbell.
Back in the days. Yeah, Earl Campbell, yeah. Second down and goal from the 1-yard line now. Hernandez, right, is going to get it, and he does. But he is hit in the backfield, and he'll be denied. In fact, maybe even lost a yard on the play. Great defense right there. You see that right in the heart of it. If I'm not mistaken, the guy that made the stop, I think that's Isaiah Aguila Curley, I think, is the guy that makes the stop on that play. We got to
Carmine Bennett.
We're going to have to grab a station ID after this play. We'll call that a no gain on that last play. 3rd and goal from that same spot from the 1-yard line, or just past the one, maybe 4 feet away right now. Krause in motion. Throw the ball that direction to Hunter Krause, and Krause is going to try to reach it across. Couldn't do it. No gain on the pass play. So back-to-back, no gains. To bring up 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. We'll see what Coach Hathcock dials up. But let's pause 10 seconds first for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
You're listening live and local in the White Mountains on our home, Sports Zone Radio's home for radio coverage all across the White Mountains. That's Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. Handoff to Eric Hernandez, and he is stopped. Stopped just outside the goal line. No gain again. Great job by the Sand Devils. Still playing out there in the 4th quarter. Did not give up, and they were able to come up with a goal line stand on 3 consecutive carries, or tries anyway, from the 1-yard line, and Blue Ridge couldn't punch it in. Paige will take over the football.
Yeah, if you're the coaching staff of the Sand Devils, that's exactly what you want to be able to talk about and show when you get back to Paige right there and say, hey, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of the defense. You guys did not let them get in. It was, all 4 downs inside the 2-yard line, and you guys were able to rise up and make that stop, and great job. And on the opposite side, if you're Coach Hathcock, that's a coaching point right there. You're going to be taking that into the game film and saying, hey, guys, we got to do a better job.
That's a coaching point. That's the way you're going to put it. I guarantee you Coach Hathcock is not a happy guy, but I think he's going to get a safety, and he does. The ball is fumbled and recovered by the Sand Devils in the end zone, and that young man, Hunter Krause, is able to get on top of the quarterback, Colin Joe, and produce defensive points. That's a safety.
Look, that was the playbook right there. I mean, Coach Hathcock, not head coach Hathcock, but defensive coach Hathcock was saying, hey, look, we're going to get you points. I need my defense to score some points. Hey, don't worry about it, Dad. I got you covered.
Safety comes with 4:09 on the clock here in the 4th quarter. And the Yellow Jackets will get the ball back after a free kick. Blue Ridge has scored just about every possible way you can today, Byron.
Great effort here in all facets of the game right here, offensively, defensively, special teams. Any way you can, that's how you're going to beat your opponents. Right here, Blue Ridge doing a tremendous job here tonight against the Paige Sand Devils.
How about the penalty of having a safety, right? I mean, you give up the 2 points, and then the free kick from your own 20-yard line. In this instance, the Sand Devils will elect to kick it off a tee. Most of the time at the higher levels, it's going to be a punt from here. But you are just about guaranteeing at the high school level that the team on the other side is going to have unreal field position after a return. 41-0. Here's the kick. They're going to try to kick it away from a return, and the Yellow Jackets are content to let that thing go out of bounds. It will be a procedure flag thrown because I guess at the end of a free kick, you still can't kick it out of bounds. It's a free kick.
Right, so but where they put it, usually on normal kickoff it goes what? To the 35, right?
Correct.
On the out of bounds.
Byron, I don't think there's a penalty here. I think they're going to waive that off.
So,
well, maybe not.
I'm curious how many yards we're going to count here. See.
Yeah, roughly 5. I mean, it's from where the guy who threw the flag was standing, it's about 7.
Right. From where it went out at the 38.
Right.
It was a 7-yard penalty.
Okay. The Yellow Jackets have it at the 45-yard line. They're on 45-yard line. They take over, and are they gonna rest Berlin? Is he now officially lifted from the game with 4:09 remaining?
15 is in the back. Number 4 is in the backfield. I don't have him on the roster here, on my roster, but number 4 is in the backfield along with number 15 for the Yellow Jackets.
That's actually Eric Hernandez, I think, who is going to line up and take the snaps.
Well, no, but he's number 7.
Right, and I believe he is the guy in the middle.
Oh, okay, number 7. You got it.
So it's kind of a wildcat. Unless Hernandez actually is a quarterback. No, it's Hunter Kraus. Hunter Kraus is the quarterback. Okay. He'll take the snaps. And he'll hand it off to Hernandez. I don't know. After all that confusion, we figured something out. 2-yard loss on the play. Pretty good defense straight up the middle for the Sand Devils. Give credit to the guy that made the tackle, Ian Yellowhair. Nice penetration and a 2-yard loss.
I think between Kraus and Hernandez, they were both trying to figure out, hey, are you the quarterback or am I the quarterback? Are you going to get the ball or am I going to get the ball?
Hunter Kraus is doing the quarterback chores.
3:40 remaining in regulation. The Yellow Jackets will remain unbeaten in 3A Northeast Region play. They'll go to 3-0 in the region and set up a battle for first place next week against the Sholo Cougars. Hunter Kraus running, taking it around the left side. Kraus gaining 4 yards on the play for the Jackets.
And that will be here at Blue Ridge at Paul Moro Stadium.
Well,
next week, right?
We make the assumption that the Sholo Cougars have won their game tonight over the Ganado Hornets.
Right, but I'm saying the game will be here at Blue Ridge next week.
Correct.
Sholo traveling over to face their rival Blue Ridge in what most likely will be for the first place in Northeast Regional play conference.
That is correct. 3rd down and 8. Kraus gets a chance to throw the ball. Nope, not going to happen. He is sacked. A beautiful job getting there by the Sand Devil defense. A sack registered by Carmine Bennett. Carmine Bennett, sophomore, 5'5", 150, was persistent, stayed with it, and he brought down Kraus. And a loss on the play of 7.
Yeah, nice job. He went up the middle, bounced to the outside, was able to sack Kraus for a long loss right here, bringing up 4th down for the Yellow Jackets.
And Blue Ridge will not punt, but they will go off. Rather a false start. Yeah, the movement on the far side. The receiver
Yellow Jackets
was not watching the football, Byron.
Not watching the football. He was checking up. Floyd, as you know, ASU is playing USC on the road tomorrow night. ASU is given 25.5 points, okay? 25.5 points. There was a gentleman that placed a wager, $575,000, straight up, that USC will win that game.
By more than?
No, just straight up. Win that game.
Okay.
You know what he's going to win on that $575,000?
Not very much.
$12,000.
He's going to win. He wagered
$575,000
to win $12,000.
To win $12,000.
He's going to do much better in the stock market. He is going to do much better in the stock market than he is on that return. Why would you risk $570,000
right, I mean,
to win 12?
We know that most likely 99.9% you're going to win that game. But what happens on that 0.1% chance?
It's a very small chance.
That ASU wins.
It's a possibility. Woo! There's no question about it. Wow. Got a couple of final scores. I want to thank our good friend Jerry Walker out there for checking in. He made the trip to Ganado, where the Sholo Cougars have come up with a victory, 49-0. Sholo has defeated the Ganado Hornets. Congratulations to the Sholo Cougars as we get a timeout on 4th and 25 for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to run some clock down is what they're trying to do. 1:07 remaining in regulation right here. So Sholo wins 49-0. And how many shutouts, you ask, for the Sholo defense so far this season? They have 2 shutouts. I felt like it was more than that. I felt like they had more shutouts than the 2. They did hold Round Valley to 9. But when you play the likes of Valley Christian and Snowflake, it's going to be tough to keep those guys from getting in the end zone. Payson scored 19, remember that? And that was all in the first half against Sholo.
Yeah, Payson is not a bad team. I believe in the rankings they're up there.
We'll see how long that stands. 4th and 25, the Jackets punt squad is on the field. 41-0. Blue Ridge in front. All kinds of shifting going on. I think the special teams, they're a little confused, and a very high-hanging long snap.
With the kick.
And it's going to go out of bounds. No return for the Sand Devils. They'll get the ball somewhere in the vicinity of their own 42-yard line with 1/10 of a second, less than 1 minute remaining here in the game. Got a final score as well from Monument Valley. And as you might expect, the Round Valley Elks have come up with a victory. I'll give you that score here in just a moment. Mark of the ball at the 41-yard line for the Sand Devils. The final for the Elks, they beat Monument Valley 34-21. Listen, Round Valley has had some weird scores this year. Haven't they? Have you noticed that? Like, didn't you expect Round Valley to beat Monument Valley by a lot more than 34-21?
Yes.
A lot more than 13 points, two scores, 2 touchdowns. You know, they lost to Sholo last week, 38-9. Go back 3 weeks ago, they lost to Poston Butte, who appeared in the 4A state championship game last year.
Number 12.
And, by the way, Connor Shirley for no gain on a run for the Sand Devils. But Poston Butte, who is really having a pretty decent season, only beat Round Valley 20-13. And if you stayed that close to Poston Butte, who is on a 3-game winning streak right now, including a narrow victory over Coconino last week. Coconino's a really good football team, and Poston Butte beat them. Round Valley hung with them, stayed within 1 score of Poston Butte. I mean, it's just very weird as we watch a long pass and catch downfield in the final seconds of this one. What a throw by Connor Shirley, and a catch on the other end by his receiver.
Yeah, nice job by Shirley avoiding the rush. Rolls to his left, sets up his feet, and just throws a bullet right down the middle, right where you needed it to be for your receiver, Penrod, to come through over the middle and make the grab.
It's Ashton Penrod hauling it in. 34 yards on the pass completion. Paige might get into the end zone yet here in this one. They're at the 25-yard line of Blue Ridge with 14.7 seconds remaining. We'll stay here through this timeout. Remind you, we'll break it down for you on the postgame wrap-up here in a few moments and announce the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Our game broadcast here, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, is brought to you by Hatch Toyota. So a very nice look on the throw downfield by Connor Shirley.
Yeah, it was great. Nice throw by Connor Shirley, going back, rolling, and hitting Penrod coming across the middle and leading them just like you need to.
From the 25-yard line, Shirley flushed out, rolling to his left and throwing off his receiver's hands incomplete. Stops the clock with 9.7 seconds
We're going to have a roughing.
Well, that's going to help the Sand Devils a lot then.
Yeah, there was the receiver that went for the ball was a little high for him, and then he came down and he was out of bounds, and the Yellow Jacket defender gave him a nice shove after being out of bounds. So that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket defense.
So that'll go half the distance. First down coming up for the Sand Devils. And there's your call. Well, they called 2 personal fouls. Will they go half the distance and then another half the distance, or is it just one penalty that they'll grant?
I think it's only one that they can give.
Well, half the distance is the 12.5-yard line, and then they're going to go another half the distance to the 6
Well, I guess
line.
The other thing is maybe a personal foul and then unsportsmanlike conduct, because after the play is done, then it would be a dead ball foul, right? And that's how you get the extra second one.
Okay. So 2 penalties marked off against the Yellow Jackets. Ball at the 6-yard line, 9.7 seconds remain. Snap, Shirley throws it up and incomplete behind his receiver. He kind of panicked. He thought about running the football, I think, there, and then realized if I run and get tackled, this game is over. So he throws the ball into the end zone behind his guy, incomplete. Stops it with 4.3 seconds.
Yeah, I thought he should have thrown it sooner right there, but like you said, as he started getting hit, he's just threw it out there. And very fortunate that it didn't get picked off for the 4th one of the night for the Yellow Jacket defense.
So 4 seconds left. Pretty much the final play, I think, right here. Shirley throws on the slant and dropped with 0.5 seconds left. Well, now it ticks off. I looked and there was 0.5 seconds. Should have stopped right there, and then the clock ticked down to 0. Byron, I don't know how that happened.
I do. It's called home field.
Home field advantage?
Yes, because I was with you. He dropped the ball. I looked. 0.5 seconds. They're going to be able to run one more play, and nope, it goes to 0.
I think the Sand Devils might have got rooked on a final chance to get some pride points there to end the game. It doesn't happen. The game ends on that incomplete pass. The Sand Devils' hopes and dreams for at least a little something die at the 6-yard line right there. And our final score is Blue Ridge 41, Paige nothing. We'll grab a timeout. We're going to speak with the head coach here at some point soon. That's Jeremy Hathcock of the victorious Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. We are also going to announce the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game coming up in just a little bit. That, as always, is presented by our very good friends at White Mountain Regional Medical Center. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere. Don't leave your seats. The breakdown is on the way, everybody. You see it there, White Mountain Regional Medical Center on your screen. They'll bring you the Player of the Game announcement in just, I have a feeling I know who it might be. The touchdown factory today. Guy scored a lot of touchdowns. We'll find out who it is here in a bit. Stand by for the wrap-up on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Make it a September to remember with a new Toyota from Hatch Toyota Sholo. The White Mountains volume leader can still find you low financing as low as 1.9%. And every new Toyota still comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan that covers scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, and 24-hour roadside assistance for 2 years and unlimited miles. What Toyota have you always wanted to drive? Tacoma, RAV4, Avalon, maybe the hot GR86. We're the largest volume dealer in northern Arizona. We have new Toyotas in stock and many more in transit, so you can reserve one before it gets here. Hatch Toyota has finance partners that work with credit problems too. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialist help you understand what your options really are. Make it a September to remember with a new Toyota from Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title license, and dealer dock fee. See dealer for details.
It's football season. And for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month, your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for front row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number.
536-597 Mountain Mobile.
This October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Summit Healthcare sends out this reminder to schedule your annual mammogram. To make it easier, Summit is offering 2D mammos for just $99 throughout the month of October. A physician's order is required. Call today to schedule your appointment. 928-537-6554. Purchase your voucher at mdsave.com. Don't put that mammogram off another day. Schedule your $99 2D mammogram right now by calling 928-537-6554. Offer good until October 31st at Summit Healthcare.
Hi, everybody. This is Sports Zone Radio's Floyd Simmons. Here at the Sports Zone, we are proud to offer award-winning sports coverage. We spend countless hours and miles on the road for our digital radio broadcasts, live video productions, and exhausting hours editing the best video content in the market. If you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Contact us for pricing and samples. The number to call is 928-358-7905. That's 928-358-7905.
Hey, back into our post-game wrap-up on tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Byron, I've got the big question. Do they have what it takes? Do they have what it takes? That's the big question. Do they have what it takes? What's the answer?
After tonight, they've got they show definitely semblance of having what it takes to beat the Show Low Cougars next week. They definitely, with the game plan they had tonight, with the legs of Jace Barton and the arms of Cool Hand Luke, they definitely have every opportunity to beat the Show Low Cougars next week.
That is a great answer to the question, though it wasn't the question. But that was a tremendous answer. And what you did was you kept it on topic. You kept it on task here with the game in front of us, because the actual question refers to whether or not the Los Angeles Dodgers have the pitching to get them to a world championship here after finishing the season with either league's best record. They're, in fact, a franchise record this season for victories. The Dodgers have never won more than they'll end up winning at the end of this regular season. And the question is, do the Dodgers have what it takes?
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yes, they do. They do. They have what it takes, despite the missing of Walker Buehler and a few other pitchers, and the unfortunate demise of Kimbrel as the reliever. But
I mean, he's worse than the guy before him, isn't he?
Yes. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. They thought they traded up. Instead, they traded down. But with the Dodgers, they do have. I mean, everybody's stepping up pitching wise, and for them. And you still have Kershaw, who I think is going to get past his playoff woes and have a tremendous playoffs here this year. And if all else fails, just out-hit them.
Well, they've got some guys that can hit. As long as those guys aren't named Cody Bellinger, they've got a few guys that can hit the baseball. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Our football game here tonight. Our Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Thank you to Hatch Toyota and our great roster of advertising partners like the Bloomhouse Floral Designs Shop in Pine Top, like Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, locations in Show Low and in Pine Top and in Heber Overgard. Byron, Ace Hardware is ready for wintertime. I wonder if everybody else out there is ready.
Well, it sure seems like it with the way I've had to start writing down deliveries for pellets here in the last month. I used to be able to remember and just go, hey, yeah, we're going to do a delivery here.
Yeah.
No, they've become so many. I've had to wait. Stores will call and go, hey, when can we deliver? And I go, well, wait a second. Let me go get my calendar. And I have to write it down. That's how people are getting ready. Because I think, because of the monsoons we had, everybody thinks that that's going to translate into a very wet, much-needed snowfall.
I mean, it feels like that.
Yes.
Feels like that. And so I'm thinking snowblower myself. Byron, I might need to drop by Ace Hardware and see what these snowblower.
I may have a deal for you.
Selection. Oh yeah,
yeah,
just for me.
Just for you.
Just for me. Knowing you and the deals that you offer me, it's no deal at all normally. But we'll see. We'll see what that looks like.
You got it.
Okay, we'll stop in. Hey, by the way, guess who I get to golf with next Friday? Can I just say this right here?
Sure,
because
go ahead.
you're going to be leaving soon. You know who I get to golf with next Friday?
Aaron Judge.
No. Does the name Ted Purdy mean anything to you?
Ted Purdy. Does he have two sons that played college football?
No. You're thinking of the kids
Brock
down
Purdy.
from the valley. No. Ted Purdy is a PGA touring pro who's won a few tournaments over his career, and my good friend, who's a friend of yours as well, mutual friend, Bob Higgins, the judge, Bob Higgins, invited me to play in the St. Anthony's fundraising golf tournament next Friday. So before the big Sholo Blue Ridge game, I got to go out and tee it up and play in a golf tournament. And Ted Purdy, PGA Tour Pro, is our ringer for that tournament, and I get to go play golf.
That's awesome. That's an awesome experience that you're going to have, and be able to play with a PGA Tour veteran. And the only thing I have is, can you go out and maybe rent some new clubs? Do not go with your clubs.
Don't show him my clubs.
Yeah, it's just rent. Hey, see if the country club at I believe that tournament's at White Mountain Country Club.
It is.
See if they have any clubs to rent and use those.
I'll take that under advisement, Byron. Thank you for the props to my to my golf bag. I appreciate that. And by the way, if you ever do beat me in golf, then I'll think about stepping up to some new clubs. Let's get to wrapping this one up tonight and look at our scoring recap on a Blue Ridge victory over Paige tonight. 41-0 they win. The Yellow Jackets scored on their first, is it 5 or 6? 6 possessions. 6.
Well, five in the first half.
5 in the first half.
And then 1 in the second half.
And then their first possession of the second half was also a touchdown scoring drive, and they scored one more time after that, but that was a safety toward the end of the game. The Yellow Jackets definitely in the second half took their foot off the gas, but how about the hero tonight, Jay Spartan? He scored the first touchdown of the game, a 51-yard touchdown run for the Jackets with 5:49 on the clock in the first quarter. The kick was good by Reed Granillo, and the Yellow Jackets led 7-0. Blue Ridge was able to intercept a pass on the ensuing possession for Paige, and it was Elam Antonelli with the interception and a nice return. He returned the ball 42 yards to set his team up nicely. He brought it out of the end zone, and the Yellow Jackets had it at their own 40-yard line, and they went on another scoring drive to close out the first quarter. With 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Jay Spartan scored on a 2-yard touchdown run. The 2-point try was good, and Blue Ridge led 15-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Yellow Jackets got Jay Spartan into the end zone again on the following Yellow Jacket possession. With 6:46 remaining in the second quarter, Jay Spartan scored on a 1-yard touchdown run. The kick was good. Blue Ridge led 22-0. Immediately after that, the Jackets were able to take the ball away again. Seth Slaughter with an interception for the Yellow Jacket defense. A nice return for Seth. Set the ball up at the Yellow Jacket 34-yard line, and they were able to connect on a 28-yard field goal 7 plays later. Reed Granillo delivering a 28-yard field goal for the Yellow Jackets. They led 25-0. At that point, another interception followed. Franco Harris took the ball away for the Yellow Jackets, and his team got set up at the 48-yard line. They were on 48-yard line. 5 plays later, they were in the end zone on a 16-yard Luke Berlin to Elam Antonelli touchdown pass. This time the kick wasn't good. They failed on that, but didn't matter because now 31-0 Blue Ridge in front. Or did they actually connect? Let me see that. Let me check. They did connect. Sorry about that. The kick was good. My bad. Granillo is not going to be happy with me if I call that kick no good. He did connect. It was 32-0, and then the Yellow Jackets would score one more time, at least score a touchdown once more. That happened on the opening drive of the second half for Blue Ridge. An 11-play, 51-yard drive. Took the better part of 5 minutes to get the ball into the end zone. Jay Spartan, another touchdown, a 1-yard touchdown run on that effort. His 4th of the game. The kick was good. Blue Ridge 39-0 in front. They missed a field goal later is what happened, but then they got a safety toward the end of the game with 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the game. They were able to register a safety. 41-0 Blue Ridge, the victory tonight over the Paige Sand Devils. Well, Byron, let's get your final thoughts on a Blue Ridge victory here tonight. Would you call this a good tune-up for the Jackets as they anticipate what is going to be a absolute war next week against the Sholo Cougars?
Yeah, it was very good for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets out here today. A warm-up against the Paige Sand Devils. They saw a very good quarterback from Paige. Colin Joe, he was hitting his throws, picking them apart a little bit until they were able to put some pressure on him. Once they got pressure, he was, he threw his interceptions and they were really able to stop him. But they saw a very good quarterback here tonight against Paige, and they're going to see probably the best quarterback, not only in the 3A Northeast region, but in all of 3A conference, and in Nash Brewer of the Sholo Cougars, and also not only can you just sit there and say, hey, let's watch Nash Brewer, but you've got also Ryan Kishbach coming in with his speed. And so, they got a good tune-up here tonight, got to see what they needed to do and worked on a few things. And you saw here tonight, Cool Hand Luke, they Coach Hathcock and the offensive staff right there giving him nice, get him in rhythm on his throwing. And then here tonight, leaning on the big legs of Jace Burton right there, getting him into the end zone 4 times here tonight. And they're going to be leaning on him, number 2, next week.
Well, let's do this. Let's check in down on the field with our Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. Final score on this one, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Final score 41-0, Blue Ridge over Paige. Everybody, Floyd Simmons, along with B-Squared Byron Brown, with a wrap-up and a look at the highlights of this one. Let's bring on the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. That is Jace Barton. He rushed 4 tonight for the Yellow Jackets, 121 yards on 18 carries and 4 touchdowns. Jace, congratulations on that, and thanks for joining us. How you doing down there? And I think the microphone must be off because we are not getting anything. Test that. Still nothing? So it's on downstairs. Make sure we're not blocking it. And I'll tell you what, we'll grab a timeout and take care of the technical little snafu we got going on, and we'll come on back and we'll talk to Jace. It looks like we're going to also talk to the hero on that defense, a guy that's just been so stellar for them all season defensively for the Jackets, Franco Harris. We'll do that here in a moment, everybody. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Our wrap-up continues right after this.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hatch Toyota in Sholo does a lot of advertising. The best advertising is when your experience is so good, you tell your friends about it.
My product specialist was patient with me. She helped me trade in my old car and get the best car and best deal on a new one. She was amazing, trusting, and kind. I would go back again just to see her. I highly recommend Hatch Toyota.
I have purchased my fair share of cars over the years, with the majority of them being from Hatch Toyota. Yesterday, I picked up another truck, and the experience was first class from top to bottom. I'll always continue to buy from them and refer others as well. First class dealership.
We know you can buy anywhere, and we want your experience to be worthy of telling your friends. We also offer Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside service for 2 years or 25,000 miles.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647.
Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new AO3S smartphone. Free for a limited time at Naked Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60 gigabyte LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy AO3S smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple lens rear camera or shoot video in HD, Bluetooth, GPS, and side fingerprint sensor for fast access and 32 gigabytes of internal storage. Get out and explore the world. At Naked Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
Hey, back in here at Blue Ridge High School to give it another shot in our postgame wrap-up. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets with a big win tonight in the 3A Northeast region. They knock off Paige 41-0. That breaks a tie between Paige and Blue Ridge at the top of the 3A Northeast region standings. The Show Low Cougars are, by the way, also unbeaten in the region. And it sets up a great matchup next week between Blue Ridge and Show Low right here at Paul Moro Stadium. Well, after running down and then back up the stands to try and see if we can get our technical issues straightened out, we're going to try again with our player of the game. So let's set that up. Tonight at Blue Ridge High School, the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome into our postgame wrap-up, everybody. Floyd Simmons and Byron Brown. And our Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And a great night tonight for Jace Barton, the running back for the Yellow Jackets. 18 carries for 121 yards and 4 big touchdowns. And he joins us now. Jace, thanks for being with us. Congratulations on the win. And, of course, you are the Sports Zone Radio's Player of the Game. How you doing? And yet again, a difficult – well – I can see exactly what's happened here now. Somebody along the way decided to unplug our wireless microphone. So how about we find the end of the microphone and we plug it in. How's that sound? Try that right there, bottom. Should be much better. Okay, I can hear some ambient noise from the microphone down there. Hey, Jace, congratulations today on the win. How you doing?
We're doing good. It was a huge win for us, 41-0, 2 games in a row. That was something special for us.
Well, Jace, your number got called early and often in this one tonight. It was the Jace the Jace Barton show in the first half. You scored 3 of your 4 touchdowns before the break, had over 100 yards rushing by halftime. Did you know, was it part of the plan that you were made aware of, that you were going to get a lot of carries in this one tonight?
Yeah, it was, but in all, it was our O-line. Jose, Aiden both did outstanding for me, gave me the holes I can run through and go dominate the secondary.
Let me take you back to the first carry of the game for you, a 51-yard touchdown run, or at least the first touchdown anyway. 51 yards you went on that. Can you kind of describe it a little bit if you can remember that run, and just talk about picking your way through that defense and taking it in for the score?
We called like a power rider or something like that, I think, and they called my number, and I just had to show up for my coach and prove them that I'm supposed to be there.
Hey, Jace, congratulations again on being the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And here tonight, they definitely leaned on you tonight, and as you did very well, was give credit to where's credit due to that offensive line. You guys have a big game next week, and in the Show Low Cougars, who they're powerful on defense. They have one of the better defenses here tonight. How do you think that offensive line and yourself are going to be able to game plan for that?
I feel like if we just watch a lot of film, execute, we'll do just fine.
Short and sweet and to the point. Jace, talk about the defensive side of the ball, because you were also ever present there for the Yellow Jackets. You made some plays on that side. Your defense as a whole was stellar. The team, 3 interceptions, right? Elam Antonelli had an interception. So did the guy we'll talk to next, Franco Harris, and Seth Slaughter also with an interception. What do you have to say about the Yellow Jacket defense?
I feel like our defense is definitely a strong point. Our defense just likes to turn the ball over and give to our offense, go down the field and score.
You guys ready for next week? You ready for the Cougars?
I think we will be.
You got a week to be prepared, okay? So good luck on that, Jace. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you for that. Jace Barton, the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Jace had 121 yards rushing on the night tonight for the Jackets and 4 big touchdowns. Scored 4 of the 5 touchdowns today for the Yellow Jackets. The other was a touchdown pass from the quarterback, Luke Berlin. He found his target, Elam Antonelli, for a touchdown to go along with the 4 from Jace Barton. Congratulations, and the Yellow Jackets win 41-0. And we'll continue on our postgame wrap-up. Let's bring on our next victim into the action. Welcome back in, everybody. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Floyd Simmons and Byron Brown on the wrap-up here, and we bring on one of the big heroes of the game tonight, a guy who really could share that honor of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game. That's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We gave that to Jace Barton, but this guy would be a deserving recipient most nights out for the Yellow Jackets. He anchors the middle of that Yellow Jacket defense. His name is Franco Harris. Franco, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for coming out and supporting us.
You got it. Listen, 41-0, the victory for your team over the Paige Sand Devils, and really from the get-go, it was never in doubt. And a big part of that was the play of the defense. Your team had 3 interceptions in the first half. You had 1 of those interceptions. How do you like your defense?
I love it. You know, playing defense is just what we do. We come out to practice every day, and defense somehow always has the mindset to go 100%, and we all know what we're supposed to do and know where we're supposed to be, and all we have to do is execute.
Franco, I know that you enjoy in the off-season a little bull riding out there, doing a little rodeo out there, and throughout the game, man, you had a couple, like you're out there on a bull, grabbing them up, throwing them down, doing some rodeo out there. But let's talk about what's going to be tougher next week. You on a bull, or you guys playing the Sholo Cougar offense that features Nash Brewer, probably one of the best quarterbacks in the 3A conference, along with Ryan Kishbaugh, one of the better backs.
You know, when I ride bulls, I keep my head down and I focus as hard as I can to stay on that bull for 8 seconds. So I think our team's going to come out, and we're going to keep our head down, work all week, and try to get better, and we'll bring a game.
So does riding bulls make you a better football player?
Football can't kill you, but a bull can.
Well, that is just making the point, isn't it? Right there?
Exactly.
Just wake everybody up with that one, boy. Franco, listen, man, you are the anchor of that defense. You're there play in and play out. You take over for a guy who played the same position for the Yellow Jackets the last couple of years. That's really one of the legendary inside linebackers in Blue Ridge history, I think, Herschel Gregg. And you have really honored his legacy and all those great linebackers with the play that you present. Do you play with a particular level of pride when you go out on the field?
Yeah, I try to play like the guys back who won all these state champions, I try to be like them. I try to be a dog and run around the field and have a good time.
You've been a Yellow Jacket your whole life, right? You've been playing in the Blue Ridge youth programs, junior high, and so on. So going back, thinking a little bit, do you have any heroes? Any heroes from the past? Any guys when you were a kid that you looked up to and you just thought, man, I want to be like that guy someday?
I'll tell you 3 guys. Gerald Tenejith Jr., and Chris Williams. I don't know. There's something about those guys. I just want to be like them one day.
Chris Williams, man, I'm glad you mentioned that name. Great basketball player, right, for Blue Ridge. And unfortunately did not play football, I don't think, as a senior, but he was one of the more talented football players that Blue Ridge has had. Too bad we didn't get to see 4 full years of Chris Williams playing. And maybe, I don't know, alongside P.J. London, maybe the best punter that Blue Ridge has had. ever. I don't know if you ever saw him kick a football. He could mash the dang football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love playing with those guys, and those guys were the ones who really built me up, and they were the ones who straightened me out when I needed straightening out. So they're the ones who kept me on check on the football field, and I'm so grateful for those guys.
You got a big game next week, Franco. You and the boys, you're going to have to defend your turf here against your arch rivals. The Show Low Cougars are going to be coming in a week from tonight, and you've got a lot to prepare for. I know you know about them. I know you know what they offer. They are a high-octane, high-powered, very fast team that can score points in a hurry. So what do you think it's going to be like next week?
I don't know. Sholo and Blue Ridge, we've been playing each other since we were, third grade, second graders? So it's going to be a huge game here next week, Friday, and we're going to bring our game.
Hey, before we let you go, can I take you back to a couple of weeks ago? Can I take you back to the Coconino game, okay? Listen, in your entire high school career, I don't think you're going to play another team like that Coconino team you played. I don't know about you. I watched it, and what I saw was big, fast, and as physical a team as I think I've ever seen Blue Ridge play in the last 20 years. Let me get your opinion on that. What was it like? What was Coconino like? Were they as physical as I felt like they were? What was it like being in the middle of that? Because I got to tell you, man, it was like David and Goliath that night. Huge team on one side, and the score reflected that for sure. But one thing for sure, Franco, you never quit or backed down. You weren't nearly as big as the guys that were coming out blocking you. You weren't as big as a lot of those guys on the other side, but I never saw you back down from one opportunity to lay a hit on somebody. You must have registered a ton of tackles in that game against Coconino, but what was that game like for you?
Honestly, it was just a mindset to me. I want to play at the next level, and that's what the next level is. So if I could play at that level, I can prove to everybody that I can go and play the next level.
Well, Franco, if you want to play at the next level, that's a great ambition, and you're going to have to work hard. But I tell you right now, Franco, if you're doing any tapes and you're sending to coaches, don't send them football tapes. Send them your bull riding tapes, okay? Because they're going to see that and they're going to go, okay, I want that kind of guy on my team.
Hey, shout out to my little brother. He won over in the Sholo, and he's more cowboy than I am. So
right on, and that ain't no bull, right?
That's right.
All right, Franco, great job, man. Great job. Congratulations on the win for you and the guys, and you just keep going out there and getting it done, okay?
All righty. Thank you for having me.
All right, Franco Harris, again, I mentioned he could very well have been the Sports Zone Radio's player of the game tonight. That goes to Jace Barton and his 4 touchdowns, but this guy right here, this guy is tallying a lot of tackles, and he is the heart and soul of that Yellow Jacket defense, and boy, what a job he does.
Well, we saw it tonight, and we talked about it. I gave him a hard time about bull riding, but he did a lot of rodeoing here tonight in his tackles. You see how violent they are, and and how he just goes after the ball, and that's that rodeo background going for him. And I tell you what, that's they have a tall task next week. Going up against the Sholo Cougars here at their home turf, but between Jace Barton and Franco Harris, they gave the right answers. They say, hey, we got to put our heads down, look at the game film, get ready for the game plan, and just be ready to bring our A game for next week.
Final score, 41-0 Blue Ridge over Paige on tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, Byron, I'm going to let you head on out of here. I know you've got to get to your hot chocolate and your fuzzy slippers and call it a night, man. So
that's right. I got it's fall now, and I get my hot chocolate, and you forgot that I've got those cinnamon-flavored marshmallows also waiting on top right there. So you got it. Everybody have a safe trip home, and if you're already home, God's peace and God's love to everyone.
All right, Byron, great job on the broadcast tonight. Folks, stand by. One more check-in here from the field on our postgame wrap-up, and then the Ace Hardware scoreboard show is on the way as well here in a bit. I'll give you some final thoughts, look at the final stats in this one as well coming up next. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Don't go anywhere.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Hatch Toyota doesn't have salespeople. We've changed how to buy a car. Now a floor product specialist works with you, and they aren't commissioned.
They're on salary, so when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Nobody's going to give you the bump and hustle to get you to sign on the dotted line because there's simply no pressure to do so. Hatch Toyota is taking the long view.
The view that involves your complete satisfaction with the whole buying experience. An experience we'd even be so bold to call happy. Who doesn't want to be happy?
And buying a new car is a really happy day. It's time to take the stress out of the day and put in the joy.
Shop ahead at hatchtoyota.com. Our entire fleet is at your fingertips.
Then let us know which model you're interested in and make an appointment with one of our floor product specialists.
Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 25 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Attention! Did you know that you may be eligible to receive a free data plan with 60 gigabytes of LTE data to use as a hotspot every month? If you live on tribal lands and are on a government assistance program like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, or Medicaid, Cellular One can help. Just ask for the Cellular One ACP plan. It comes with unlimited data and a 60 gigabyte LTE data hotspot. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only. Non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
The Simmons Media Group and Sports Zone Radio is proud to be the recipient of the Professional Indoor Football League's award for Top Game Day Broadcast for our work providing full television, live streaming, and radio production for the Arizona Rattlers. You can catch our live video stream broadcasts of White Mountains football on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to join us every Friday for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and Sports Zone Radio's award-winning live video sports coverage.
Hey, back in to wrap it up here at Blue Ridge High School tonight, everybody. 41-0, Blue Ridge has knocked off Paige. The Sports on Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Sports Zone Radio Network.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
And the Game of the Week is presented on our broadcast partner across the White Mountains. That would be Mix 98 KRFM Shola. Sports on Radio's partner, covering all of Northeast Arizona, folks. And for those of you who are watching online, watching our live video coverage on the Sports on Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel, hang with us just a few more minutes as we wrap it up. We'll look at the final stats in this one and then send you on your way, everybody. The Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets racked up 436 yards of total offense. 22 first downs was their total in that category. They ran the ball for 221 yards and passed for 215. The great job there by the freshman, Luke Berlin, the quarterback. The Yellow Jackets were sacked once tonight, penalized 7 times for 60 yards, fumbled it once, but regained possession on that. Never turned it over tonight. They were clean with the football. Quarterback Luke Berlin ended up 15 of 28 for 215 yards and 1 touchdown. His leading receiver was Elam Antonelli, 7 catches for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. Also tonight for the Jackets, Jake Esparza caught 3 passes for 45 yards. Franco Harris had 1 catch for 26 yards. TJ Threadgill, 1 catch for 24 yards. And Seth Slaughter, 3 catches for 17 yards. Hunter Krause caught a pass for no yardage in this one tonight. Running the football, Jay Spartan was the Sports on Radio's player of the game. It's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. 18 carries for 121 yards and 4 touchdowns. Seth Slaughter, 7 rushes for 48 yards tonight. Eric Hernandez in mop-up duty at the end of the game. 12 carries for 38 yards. Hunter Krause, 3 rushes for 8 yards. Emmanuel Rosales, 1 carry for 6 yards. And those were your rushing totals for the Yellow Jackets. For the Paige Sand Devils tonight, They had 233 yards of total offense. 12 first downs for the Sand Devils. They rushed the ball for 49 yards. They threw the ball for 184 yards. They can throw the ball around. Did a pretty good job through the air. But they were sacked a total of 5 times by the Yellow Jacket defense. Great job by the Jackets on defense to somewhat limit that passing attack. The pressure certainly paid a toll in the second half. And a difficult time for Paige moving the ball. They got the ball to the 6-yard line once toward the end of the game, but could not get the ball in the end zone. A shutout for the Yellow Jacket defense. Paige was penalized 8 times for 51 yards. They fumbled twice, but got them both back. They did throw 3 interceptions for their overall total of 3 turnovers on the game tonight. Starting quarterback Colin Joe, and he's a good one. 11 of 19 for 146 yards. Just right at 58% pass completions. He did throw 3 interceptions, however. His favorite target on the night, Ashton Penrod. 4 catches for 97 yards. A great night for him. Tyree Stingley, 3 catches for 39 yards. Connor Shirley, 2 catches for 19. Kyan Tate, 2 catches for 17 yards. Caleb Nix caught 1 pass for 7 yards, and Shane Begay caught 1 pass for 5 yards in this one tonight. The quarterback, Colin Joe, was also the leading rusher on the night for the Sand Devils, 12 carries for 44 yards. Jimmy Alvarez, 2 rushes for 7 yards. Connor Shirley, 2 carries for 5 yards. Kyan Tate rushed the ball 3 times, all right at the beginning of the game, for -7 yards. He just couldn't find any room to run between those tackles out there against that tough Yellow Jacket defense. And I want to mention also that Connor Shirley came in relief late in the second half and threw 6 passes, completed 2 of those for 38 yards. Throwing the football for the Sand Devils. But the victory belongs to Blue Ridge. Final score 41-0. A reminder that our next Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast is next Friday night. And it's right here again at Blue Ridge High School as the Yellow Jackets get set to take on. The Yellow Jackets are going to set to take on the they are going to take on the Sholo Cougars. I'm just looking at a file, an audio file we got to get ready to play out here. And hopefully this is the correct audio file that we're going to play for you here in just a moment on the way out. And doesn't have any vocal on it because it says it doesn't have any vocal. I just had to get that ready. Again, good luck to the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets and Sholo Cougars. Sholo won tonight at Ganado, and so Blue Ridge and Sholo are tied for first place right now in the 3A Northeast region. And at the end of the night next Friday, only one team will own that lead in the Northeast region. Will it be Sholo? Will it be Blue Ridge? Well, you're going to have to join us next week and find out, everybody. Been a lot of fun, and want to thank you for joining us right here for our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Thank you to all of our great partners, sponsoring partners that help make it possible. Thank you to Blue Ridge High School. Mr. Webb, the principal. Jeremy Hathcock, the athletic director. You see, I knew it. Let's get that thing out of there. Get that thing out of there. And do it again. Thank you. Thank you to Lauren Webb, the principal. Thank you to the athletic director, Jeremy Hathcock, and his great people for the hospitality here at Blue Ridge High School tonight. It's been a lot of fun being here. And we'll do it again next Friday night right here at this location. I have a feeling the weather is going to be turning real soon. It was a great night tonight. I'm not so sure it's going to be this nice a week from tonight. Folks, have an awesome weekend. Do stick around. We'll take a few-minute break and then come on back with the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show. Run through the final scores across the state tonight here as we wrap up the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. For the entire crew, Derek Simmons, Noah Anderson, Sean Uvestad, Sonia Simmons, and Byron Brown. I'm Floyd Simmons. Thanks for joining us for this broadcast of the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Stand by for the next festivities.
Make it a September to remember with the new Toyota from Hatch Toyota Sholo. The White Mountains volume leader can still find you low financing as low as 1.9%. And every new Toyota still comes